Coming at you from the 37th parallel on America's haunted highway, it's Pixelated Paranormal, your guide to the unusual and the strange.
Osmond was secretly
he did go to the city of Sigil.
And welcome to the D&D game featuring Jordan as Savandrius
Hey, that's me. Welcome, everybody.
and Preston as Yip Yip.
That's me,
I
everybody.
had to hold on. I had to unmute,
Jesus.
make sure, because last time we were like,
Fucking
fucking amateur OBS was muted. What's up, all you cool ghosts and goblins, you crocodoons and crocodingos, you skeletors and skelettes, you witchers and witches, and whatever else you want to be. I'm doing pretty good. I'm ready to be the Predator tonight, and I'm going to fuck up this carnival like the Predator fucked up Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Withers.
All right. And we have Caradoc.
Caradoc, ask Caradoc. My name is Caradoc, or else it would be confusing.
And Caradoc playing himself. And Joe as Vincent Fulminari the Blue.
Yep, coming at you once again live. In case you missed the streams because somebody doesn't know how to record or unmute themselves.
It's me. I don't know how to do this thing.
Which parallel are you coming live from?
Hmm I'm coming from the 333rd parallel.
Interesting.
And last but not least is Sean as Quazga.
Hey, that's me. What's up, all you cool skeletors and goblins, you skelettes and witchers and whatever the hell else you want to be? Did you guys ever see 50 First Dates?
Yeah.
You're kind of like Drew Barrymore every time you go to set up the recording. It's just like, oh, this is all new and amazing.
And I love the fact that your head is shaped like an egg, you beautiful bastard.
Why is my head shaped like an egg?
Because of, Adam Sandler. That was the joke in the movie.
Oh, nobody watched that besides you.
Yeah.
How would you reference it then?
And I am Rob as Dungeon Master Rob, who's running this mess. So when we last left off, Sean, what happened?
Well, I stumbled onto a cave just outside the Colosseum. I found a magical cloak that lets me walk on ceilings, poison daggers, an invisible tunic, and I think that was it.
Pretty impressive.
I actually put an invisible tunic on you while you were sleeping, and it's
I
been
could
there the
tell.
entire time you've been playing. You just never saw it.
That's
I
actually
don't do that. When
that's
I
actually go ahead.
was going to say, when people fall asleep, I normally just tie their shoes together.
Today, I would say touche, but more like tie shoe.
You can tell that today I'm wearing an invisible hat.
Ah.
That's why you can't see it.
Ah.
I've been invisible since the start of the campaign.
No one knows what Sean looks like. Or
And I've
Caradoc
been
looks like.
here the whole time.
And they never
Sometimes
will.
we get
It's a
sometimes we get to
mystery.
know what Jordan looks like, but
Not today.
Not today.
It depends on if he trimmed his beard.
and last but not least, I'm your Dungeon Master Rob. And wait, hold on, we already did that. So last time we left off, what really happened, because Sean must have took a nap while he was playing. And it thought that all happened. You guys had stopped the cult of Vecna underground in the catacombs, and found out that an evil cleric was draining their secrets and turning people into weird creatures. And then Vecna all touched your souls. And
That's my what?
and then you guys continued your search and found the owlbears that I tried to keep you guys from finding because I had plans for them later. But As D&D, sometimes your plans do not go as well because the players have agency. And suddenly you discover that they don't want to be here. They want to go find their cubs. And I made a mistake and said that they were from Cryptogarden Forest. And they're actually from Neverwinter Woods because it's the closer. I was thinking Cryptogarden was closer than what it was. I was thinking it was up by Thunder Tree, but it is not. So, yeah.
We received a few emails about that. Just
Um,
kidding. No one cared.
So yeah, so they want to return to Neverwinter Woods and find their cubs, which are probably grown up by this point. But yeah. So and then as you guys were discussing that, the rodeo folk showed up to take back their owlbears, and you guys began a negotiation. Where you asked them how much they wanted for the owlbears, and tried to persuade them. So they well, we kind of need them for the rodeo. And then I think Jordan said, well, they don't want to be part of the rodeo. So and I think that's kind of where we left off.
I thought we left off with them agreeing to release them once they got close
That's
to
right.
that
That's
area
right.
or something like that.
I think you said they were you guys could take, I think they said after the rodeo they would release them so they could be taken back. Right? Is that what happened?
Yeah, it was after
Yeah.
the rodeo.
And I think as they were leaving, one of them slipped me like a parcel. And then inside of it was said cloak that does let me walk on said ceilings.
They did not.
I don't know. You weren't here. You were in beautiful Yellowstone.
Just dox him, why don't you? Dox him in the past.
I was in beautiful Yellowstone. Now I'm back in shitty Indiana.
Or Indiana. Am I right, Joe?
You nailed that. I mean,
got
that
him.
was beautiful. You did. That was great.
Thanks.
I've never been more proud of you. If that shows where the bar is.
So, Rob, you're saying that Indiana's worse than that fucking Kentucky town that tried to set up the like alien beacon that we always make fun of on the show. So now I can say, like, fuck you, such and such place in Indiana. You're the worst place ever.
Wait,
Lexington,
hold
Kentucky.
on.
is
I
what
don't
I'm
know
talking
I
about.
don't know this Kentucky alien beacon.
Apparently, you haven't listened to the show.
Yeah.
Well, probably because I can't hear it.
No, I don't.
That sounds like a cheap thing that I wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Try opening your ears.
Boom, got him.
Wait, how do I do that?
You yawn really loud. Yawn wide.
I can't hear the podcast.
No, it sounds like you had a mouthful of pizza rolls.
I was yawning.
Oh,
Really wide.
Rob, you got about 30 seconds to grab the reins, baby. We're taking this thing way off.
Yep. This conversation's wandering off to Yellowstone as we speak.
Look, there's the bison. All right.
What does a buffalo say when his kid goes off to school?
Bison.
See you later, bud.
Nothing, because they're bison and they can't talk, you fucking morons.
You just said they were buffalo and bison aren't the same thing.
15
you fucking
seconds, Rob.
moron. Rob, quick! We're losing it.
Managers are quiet, just tapping each other in the
reins,
corner
the
back.
reins. See, this is
Rob.
what happens when we start earlier than 9:30.
Hashtag free
No,
the
it's not.
owlbears.
Everyone's too awake.
I need y'all more docile.
I'm working on it.
And for anybody who was wondering, Sean was actually early for once in his life. Like, instead of saying,
This
hey,
is the third time in a row I've been early,
hey-
you idiot.
hey guys,
Speaking of Sean
what time's
early,
the
Sean, did you just dodge that game or are you still
Yeah.
playing?
Uh,
Shot.
it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Sorry. Please.
I ran it down on purpose to make the game end.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Oh,
10 seconds, Rob.
So there I was in Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, right next to Neverwinter. Anyway, so you guys have. They said they would release the owlbears. So what are you guys doing now?
I'm backing away from said owlbears.
How much longer we got left on this watch for the day?
Uh,
Time is it?
it's probably getting close to time you could go. You could call it quits for the evening. You guys did a good job of guarding.
We're on like hour 7 out of our 8-hour shift, so we're just really reining it in for the last little bit.
Yeah,
I mean, by the time we get back to the gate, time might
Right.
pass.
right. So,
We're all just leaning up by the time clock.
Lieutenant.
by the way,
go ahead.
sorry, Rob, new Sifandrius is ready at any point that you feel like introducing him.
Okay. Yeah. Did you end up Did you end up going with the Archfey still, or?
I did. I
Okay.
ended up having to burn a feat to get my armor and
Okay.
shield stuff
Okay.
up, but everything
Well,
else is under
I
control.
will
now.
tell you what.
It doesn't have to be
I'll-
today. I just want to let you know.
No,
it's
I'll
ready.
just tell you what. Go ahead and just give yourself that feat back and just take that feat, because I was going to let you do that anyway. Because that way you, because when I got to looking at notes today, I found some interesting stuff I could do with your character with the Archfey, and make it make sense. So.
I'm still going Archfey. That's
Right.
still-
No. I know that, but
Oh.
I'm saying, but to kind of keep your character the way it was, we'll just give you another feat. We'll give you that feat for free.
Fair enough.
If we're getting shit for free, I would take that tunic that allows me to walk on said ceilings.
Rob, we can chat about it later too and make sure. Like, my character
It's
might work
oh.
well enough for what you're thinking too. It's pretty
Oh.
close.
well, the Archfey just makes sense for what now. I was like
Mhm.
reading some things. I'm like, oh,
You know what
Oh.
doesn't make sense? An invisible Quasga. So shut up about that cloak. You're not getting it.
Rob, when you're ready, ready to introduce new Quasga to everybody.
He's always invisible.
well, yeah. One day when you'll actually, we can get together and actually do that when we got time. But it's been not easy to fix your character yet because we haven't had time. So, all right. You guys return back to the front gates. Lieutenant Garvin is waiting for you there, and he says, "You guys have done quite well. I was told about the incident at the catacombs, and we wouldn't have been able to break that case without you." And I can't even think of her name now. Shit, where's the list of NPCs?
Tiffany.
You telling me Kovari and Delvin, the sibling guards of Neverwinter, directly under Lieutenant Garvin? He doesn't even know them?
Yes, that is correct.
Unfortunately, we heard that her brother did pass during this incident. But,
Pass isn't the word I would use. I would say murdered.
No, he is deceased. But
He did.
I don't know if there's any way to remedy that situation right now. So, as of right now, he is deceased.
He is currently being, what's the word?
Dead.
Not dead. He's been stabilized, prevented from becoming more dead.
Gotcha. Well, thank you for that, Caradoc. We may have to speak with some folk and see if we can get him resurrected or brought back to life. Not necessarily resurrected. Anyway, hopefully you didn't find any trouble at the Sweepy Dwagon.
Sweeping wagon.
And I found out that's of the bridge, by the way. The bridge's name is Sleeping Dragon. The Winged Wyvern, and Dolphin are all bridges. So, but it would make sense there be a Sleeping Dragon in somewhere
right
near
next to it.
Yeah. But
Sweeping wagon next to the winged wyvern.
we will call you guys the heroes of the Sweeping Wagon.
How come Dolphin doesn't have a, why isn't it like the dancing dolphin or something like that?
I
They
don't
gave
know.
up.
They gave up.
Because the guy that named it had speech therapy.
We got to get a new Lord of Neverwinter to alliterate the names.
I mean, Sleeping
Dancing
Dragon's not
dolphin, you say?
alliteration.
How could we forget
Why not?
about Wolfwood Owlbuster,
Why not Drowsy Dolphin?
the
if we're
white
going for the
dragonborn?
Drowsy dolphin.
That gave me so much joy when Josh said that in the chat the next morning. I'm like, fucking Joe.
Well,
All right. You guys are done for the evening, and I will give you guys a few days rest. You've done such a good job.
Alright.
So maybe I'll see you again next week.
keep us updated on this whole cult of Vecna thing. That seems like a big deal.
It is a big deal, and we're going to find out if we can ruffle some feathers and get them brought out. But right now, we just don't have a clue of where they would be, where these catacombs are.
So
They
I've
could be anywhere.
heard the town crier say that El Toro has fallen. Do you know anything more about that?
It's only been a day. We haven't had much word. I was told that that most of the survivors were headed to Baldur's Gate, the people that were outside the city when it fell. But we have no clue about what's happened in the city. All we know is it's in the fires of Avernus.
Well, I'm sure Baldur's Gate is a very, very safe city. There's never been any incidents there, never any cult of balls or mind flayer invasions or anything like that. Should be fine.
I look over at Yip Yip and give him a wink when he said cult of balls, and I give my crotch a little gentle squeeze.
But I will keep you guys maybe by the next time that you guys do. It's almost said jury duty, guard duty. Maybe we'll have more information since that'll be next week. We sent some volunteers that way, but it'll take them a little while to get there. But we do have the networks open, and the Lord Protector has given us some information about what he knows. But right now, information is just hard to come by.
I see.
It's a scary situation. But you shouldn't have to worry your heads about it here, unless other towns start falling into hell. But when has that ever happened except for yesterday? It's dreadfully terrible times.
Indeed. I wish
But,
them well.
Enjoy your morning, gentlemen, and I will see you next week.
Next week, if I sleep through my jury duty, they're probably innocent. Gab.
Oh, guards are bad. Oh man.
What was the name of the forest that the owlbears are from?
Neverwinter Woods.
Got it.
All right. What are you guys doing today?
Going to bed.
Go to
Taking
bed.
a nap. Take a little snooze.
Yeah, I'm gonna, I'm assuming Quasga's still gonna have to fight the spider, so maybe I should go ahead and give him a rub down. Get him prepared, tape up his hands, prep him. A little
Yeah.
bit,
It's not gonna be today.
give him a
Break
talk.
out the
I can-
baby oil.
Yeah,
I can play some romantic music for Yip Yip to give Quasga a rub down.
yeah.
If you can play romantic music, that also means there is a realm of possibility you cannot.
But I want to set the mood for you two. It sounds like a really nice moment.
You can go wanton your own shanty. Right now, I'm
Look,
getting
I
Miyagi'd by Yip Yip.
I promise to close my eyes. I don't
Close
wanna
your
watch anymore.
eyes, make a wish.
It sounds to me, if you want to play romantic music and you're closing your eyes, that's your own hobby. You can do that anywhere.
Is it considered
right.
bestiality since I'm like half bird and he's half orc?
Not if Savandrius closes his eyes.
True.
I look deeply in your eyes and I say, I can keep a secret.
Where
from
is this
you."
going? My God, make it stop!
Throw
You
us
had
in
so long
Yellowstone.
to take the reins.
Take me back to Yellowstone. Take me back. I don't want to live here anymore.
Welcome, viewers and listeners, to Where the Birds Aren't, Part 8. A stable environment. Get it? Because we're in stables.
Where's everyone sleeping?
Who said we're sleeping? Yeah, Rob, where's everyone sleeping? Where can a guy get a 3 hots and a cot around here that's not in the prison?
I mean, you guys have been staying at Gundren's house.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Yeah, I go back there.
Yeah, I
Much
follow
our
him
house
too.
Now, anyway, yeah, let's go.
Is there a tavern or something I can stay at?
You don't want to
Yeah,
stay
sure.
with us?
I turn around and I give Vincent a week, and then I just grab him by the hand. I'm like, "Come on, little guy, let's go."
You could stay in the stables with Spirit or Shakespeare if you don't want to join us in the house.
I didn't know I was allowed.
Why would you not be allowed?
I don't know, Gundren.
Yeah, you're fine.
No,
We go way back, and I just put my arm around your other shoulder. Welcome, ladies and
Like when you're-
gentlemen, to Where the Birds Aren't, Part 9.
It's like when you're invited to your friend's house and they just expect you to crash.
Savandrius, Caradoc, hey, who's your friend?
Vincent Fuminari the Blue. I'm 500 years old.
I'm sure Gundren has a nice couch you can crash on.
Yeah.
We go to Gundren's for the evening.
All right. You're going there too, Caradoc?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. There's a couple of couches. You know, there's enough room for everybody. There's even a basement that has a couple of beds in it. Gundren, you know, being the entrepreneur that he was and making lots of deals, he made sure to have lots of room at his house for folk to come stay. Yeah, you guys all find comfort in the Gundren
Arms of each other.
enclave. So everybody starts to get ready for their nap time, and Jordan,
That's my name.
Yeah, Savandrius, you get ready for your bedtime, and the little mote of light pops up again, and you hear it whisper to you.
Hey, listen.
And it's like, is it okay if I go into your past once again?
By all means.
I'm going to take you back to your first few days at the Witchlight Carnival. And you start to kind of drift off, and suddenly you find yourself back there again. You awaken. You had been struck pretty hard by the orc, and your brother had saved you and brought you here. They packed you up. You just remember little bits and pieces of being it's almost like these little glimpses in this vision as you're going in and out of being like flying through like darkness in a wagon being pulled by unicorns and other types of mystical creatures. And you finally, it's so weird and odd that you kind of fall asleep, and you don't know how long you were out, but you wake up, and you're laying on the grass, and you see starlight above your head, and you find you've got your head's been wrapped with bandages, and your head's very, very sore. It's dark out, but there is a little glow coming from a lantern nearby. you can hear your brother lying next to you, kind of doing the little children snore. What? How are you feeling at this point, Savandris?
It sounds like I'm feeling pretty groggy, kind of in pain. I don't know what's going on.
You
Where's
kind of you
Where's
hear,
Dad?
"Shh, child, be
Who's that?
silent." You can't
Who are
see
you?
in the darkness.
What did you do to my parents?
Your parents are not here, but your
Where
brother
are
is.
they?
You see like you can't quite see what it is, but you see like this light appear over your brother, and it just kind of illuminates him. And he's like, he kind of
I
wakes
swat
up.
at it.
When you kind of swat at it, it feels furry.
Leave him alone.
Shh, child, it's okay. And Willem wakes up. He goes, "What's wrong? What's wrong, brother? What's wrong, Hoyd?"
This thing was trying to attack you. Where are Mom and Dad?
I need to tell you something. I'm not sure what happened to Mom and Dad, but we had to run. I think something bad happened. But we're safe right now.
That thing just tried to eat you. What do you
Oh.
mean we're safe right now?
I didn't try to eat you, child. I'm here to protect you. And you feel kind of a furry, almost like it feels like you've heard uh a tentacle or a snake would feel, and it kind of reaches down and rubs you, and you can feel this very
I recoil.
soft. And
Pull my hand back or jump back. Say, don't touch me.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to frighten you. And suddenly you see that light start to project like fairies kind of swimming around. You see like animals kind of hopping around, and they're looking at you, and they're saying, "It's okay, little boy. We're here to watch over you as you sleep."
Not
That's
weird.
creepy.
Not weird.
I'm sorry. I understand that you're sad, but I need you to look at me and not be afraid.
I'm not. I just want to know what happened to my parents.
Your parents were. Your brother speaks up. Mom and Dad are dead. I'm sorry.
What?
There was an attack. Orcs came and attacked the town. You tried to rush them to save Mom, but she got killed trying to make sure that you were okay. She pushed you out of the way after the orc attacked. I grabbed you. She told me to take you. And I heard the whole town was on fire as I ran through the streets. And I just carried you with me. And the only place I knew to go was to the carnival.
To the carnival? You gave them my name. They're probably who attacked.
No.
What did
No.
you do?
Listen, they're not who
I run
attacked.
away.
So you take off running through the darkness. And
I go try and look for my parents,
okay.
yelling their names as I run.
Okay, so you're yelling their names. You're passing by like as you're passing by some different like you see some different like carnival wagons and stuff, and you see lights coming on. What the? And you hear different sounds, and you see people peeking out. You see all kinds of different creatures that you've never, different types of people that you've never seen before. You see short,
People?
stocky creatures, or people that you recall sound like maybe dwarves. You've seen tinier people that you believe to be gnomes. You've seen a lot of gnomes come visit your father over the years, and they're just all kind of like wondering what's going on. And you hear you hear something come running up behind you, fast, very fast, and it's please, child, you're going to hurt yourself. And suddenly, right in front of you, you see a wall of brick is just lined up.
I turn and try and dash around it.
As you kind of run, you notice that your hand kind of passes through it, and you realize it was just an illusion.
Then I run through it and keep running.
Okay. Up ahead, you see the gate for the front entrance of the carnival, and
I go for it.
you hear Willem behind you yelling, "You gotta stop! You gotta stop! You gotta stop, Hoyd! Listen, listen!" And he screams, "My name is Willem! You know who I am! You know my name! Nothing bad's happened! They know my name!"
Nothing bad's happened. Did you even try to help them?
How could I help them? I'm barely older than you are.
You could have tried.
And what? If I'd have tried, we both would have died with them.
Well, maybe I'd rather have.
Don't ever say that, Hoyd. You can't say that. And your brother kind of drops to the ground because he was running towards you and he starts crying.
I keep running. Keep trying to go towards the gate.
You
I assume it's probably closed.
Yeah, you come to the gate doors and it's closed. And you hear a voice behind you and hey, little boy. No, never mind. No, we can't do that. No.
Hello, Herbert.
No.
Do you want to butter my biscuit?
Sorry. That was a bad choice.
Go on. Welcome, everybody, to Where the Birds Are
Predator?
Too.
Boy, pull out your whistle.
Where's a yip yip in his whistle when you need it?
No, don't you dare. You hear, "Hey, child, please stop. You can't leave."
But
I
my
know it's
parents
scary.
are out there.
They're,
I need to get to them.
I understand, but listen, we're not. We left the area where your parents are at right now. We can send somebody to look for them later, but tonight you have to stay in here. Someone.
What do you mean we're not where they're at? How's that possible?
You hear him call out, "Somebody send for Eliwick." So the carnival that you're part of now, well, that you're staying at currently, it travels, and this is kind of hard to explain. So you live in a where did you live? Where did you live? Do you know
I
where you
lived
live?
in a house with my parents.
Okay. What if I told you that the place where that house is is somewhere far, far away from where we are right now. And then I want you to even think of the furthest thing that you can think of. And I want you to imagine that even further away and even further away. The sun in the sky, we're not even under the same sun anymore. We're not under the same moons. If you look up at the sky now, do you not see the 12 moons?
You kidnapped me and took me from my parents?
We did not kidnap you. You are going to be free to go as soon as we find out who to send you back to. Eliwick, please hurry. This child needs to talk to you. I'm failing at this. And you look at this, kind of like you see lights kind of light up, and you see this yellow-skinned creature with kind of bulging eyes. Years later, you would know this is a goblin, but as a child, you didn't know what it is. He goes, "My name is Nicholas Midnight, and I run the ticket booth here. You of course remember me from the other day, right? When I inadvertently took your name from your brother, but to get a free
Did you
ticket.
do this?
I did not do this. Bad things happen, and they shouldn't happen to children, but they do. But this carnival, it was made for children. Children are supposed to visit it and be happy. You're one of the first children that I've ever met that is terrified of the carnival. I mean, sure, there's scary things here, like Candlewick the Mime. That guy gives me the creeps, but
And Herbert?
don't worry about Herbert the pedophile. He's
Herbert the winemaker.
but
I thought they called me
You
Herbert
say-
the Biscuit Butterer.
You say that this place is supposed to be for children, and when we came, you said that names have power, and my brother gave you my name, and then my family was killed.
but
How is this a place for children?
well, let's just say here things are different. Here sometimes wishes are granted.
I
Well, I
wish
have a-
my parents were back.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that.
Sometimes they're not granted.
But
Can I trust anything you say?
of course you can. But let me start with a very simple one. How about a wish that you change your name?
I don't want to change my name.
But you think Hoyd,
It's
Is it-
the only thing I have left from my parents.
you have your brother.
My brother's the reason they're dead.
It's not the reason why they're dead. I'm sorry that this has all happened so fast, and I'm sorry it happened on such a terrible day. But
I
we
try
are
and
here.
climb over the gate.
Give me a dexterity check.
All right, adult Sifandrius, let's see if your skills are up to the task.
Damn. Yeah, so you start scaling this thing like as a child, and you're just like, yeah, I can get up this thing pretty easily. You found some good footholds, and you kind of, as you're looking back, you kind of see Nicholas Midnight's eyes get really large, like, holy shit, what do I do? And
Call Herbert, get the rag.
uh, suddenly, suddenly, you start hearing a lute playing from behind you, and so let me find the spell.
You looking for unearthly chorus?
No, I'm looking for sleep.
Oh, gotcha.
Let me find it here. Make me a. I know this has a roll. Where the hell they added a roll, right? Yeah, give me a wisdom saving throw. Okay. So you start to reach up, and you're almost to the top of the fence, and then you start just kind of like your eyes start to get heavy, and you start to fall backwards. And just as you about hit the ground, you feel like you've been caught in the air by somebody, and you hear Nicholas Midnight go, "Oof, this boy is heavier than he looks. Thank you, Eliwick. Hurry, we have to take him back to Dirlagrun." And you drift off. Give me another wisdom saving throw. Okay. You pass out again. You're back to sleep. Yeah. And you don't wake up again until the next morning. You smell delicious. What is Hoyd's favorite breakfast food?
Whatever mom used to make.
Right? Exactly. Mom's
Pussy.
flapjacks. Nope.
I was a pretty big fan of old mom's flapjacks growing up. I was his neighbor.
Gross. You smell, you wake up in the morning to the smell of flapjacks cooking. And you hear all kinds of hustle and bustle going
Mom?
around.
Mom?
Yeah.
I start running towards the
Hey
stove.
there, little boy. You want to butter my flapjacks?
I got some flapjacks in the basement.
So you come around the corner. Okay, come on. You come around a corner where you can smell the cooking, and you see your brother helping what looks to be a tiny gnomish woman. She's wearing butterfly wings as well. And you notice that there's a couple of children hanging on to the creature here in chat. If you look at the chat window, which looks like a panther with tentacles that kind of hanging off of it, and underneath her chin is a little barrel full of. As you see your brother's getting a glass of what looks to be cider. Oh.
I run away.
Hoyd, stop!
This is where he got that spell from where he made me fucking run for a year.
I don't know if you're getting the picture. I don't trust my brother right now. I don't trust this place. You're going to have to do more than put me to sleep to convince me to trust it. It's just not going to happen until something happens to change my mind. Or I, run around for like 30 days in a row and nothing happens.
Give him some Turkish delight. It always works.
Get the rag.
Sell your whole family for that.
You run past what looks to be a clown, and it hands you a balloon as you run by.
Fuck this place. Run.
Yeah. Right, I don't grab the balloon.
And I like how you just stop. Oh, a balloon. Oh, tick. This ain't so bad.
You run by, he lets go of the balloon thinking you'll grab it, and the balloon goes up, and you just see this clown give the clown do the sad clown face. Lives group.
Goddamn nightmare.
Basically, yeah.
Listen, you're the one that chose a damn carnival as your background.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was supposed to be tragic. It's being tragic.
It is incredibly tragic. Now, also, I would recommend we roll for what would that be, history or nature, because you also never want to trust food made for or provided by Fey folk. And I'm going to interject here real quick. Insert record scratch noise. The fact that the cook making the flapjacks wasn't named The Rock is criminal. Incredibly criminal.
I'm confused why he's
Isn't it flapjacks? Do you smell? What the rock is cooking?
Yeah, I think that was a dumb one. I think you need to go back to the drawing board on that one, Sean.
I will. I will.
They just let you run off.
Fuck this.
He's
fuck
not
this
going
kid.
anywhere.
I do if I see any food carts as I run by, I try and steal something while
Okay.
while running. But in general, I try and find somewhere to hide and just basically repeat that cycle for as long as I can or until I'm interrupted.
Hmm.
Watch, run, hide, observe. I know I'm not very old, so I'm probably hiding in really dumb hiding spots. They're really easy to spot. Pretty easy to keep an eye on me. But-
Yeah, that's kind of what happens there for like the first day. You you hide, and you steal some food, and like occasionally you don't notice it because you're so tiny, but like you start eyeing a piece of like, oh, let's say there's some cotton candy on the lower like on like out of your reach, and you notice that the person actually just kind of like takes the cotton candy and puts it lower on the thing so you could actually reach it, but they kind of like side eye you, but you're a child and you don't really notice it. You're just like, ooh, cotton candy.
Clever.
Yeah, and so eventually you kind of tire yourself out and just go to sleep. You wake up a few hours later and you're just where you were laid down at. There's a blanket over you now, though. And what are you doing?
I wake up feeling very comforted because there's a blanket over me.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling like I
run.
must have just been in a bad dream. And I look around
And it's the carnival.
and I throw the blanket off of me and I run and I find a different place to hide. Again, it's this is gonna be the same cycle for a solid 30 days, just so you know, give or take. It'll be a while. Long as I can keep finding food, long as I can keep hiding.
Baby
It'll be
Savandrius is just a fucking stray kitten that they caught.
Basically.
This happened. This is a cycle that just happens for a while, and yeah, maybe it happens for 30 days.
Kids, am I right?
Rob knows when he's beat. I mean,
So we're just gonna skip ahead, till you decide to stop.
I mean, it'd probably be until I see something that changes my mind or something that makes me trust this situation. But so far, again,
Run.
exactly. That's where Saphandrius is at. He's like, I don't trust. The man said that I'd be going home as soon as they figure out where home is. So next time I see him, I ask him, "Did you find out where home is yet?"
Is it red light?
We know where your home's at, but we have to wait to get there. We have lots of places to be.
But you said when you knew where it was, you would send me back. You said that. Every time you say something, you do the opposite. You say names can't hurt you, and then my parents die. You say this is a place for children, and my family faced so much horror when I left. You said that you'd send me back when you knew where I was supposed to go, and you're not sending me back.
He's like, I know, but things are dangerous where you're from. He says, you should speak to Eliwick and your brother.
I don't want to speak to my brother.
He says, will you speak to Eliwick?
Will she take me home?
I believe she could try.
Okay.
And so he calls for Eliwick, and she comes, and he whispers to her, and she says, "Okay," and she's like, "Follow me." Is it Hoyd? Isn't that your name? And she's
Yes.
almost the same height as you are.
Where do you want me to follow you to?
I want to take you home. I want you to see it for yourself.
Home?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Shit. Here, let me find my let me find my picture of Eliwick. First off,
Not gonna lie, Jordan, I was waiting for you to say, okay, and I run.
Look, it's not just running for no reason, okay?
In my book, you is.
all right. So, this is the picture of the woman, Eliwick.
Just want to find my parents. That's all, Quazga.
Because I hear he's still crying over the fact that he killed his own mom and pulled out her eyeball with a dagger. And
So,
he found out his dad's a bastard.
so, she takes you to her like outside of her cab, her little wagon. She goes, "This is where it's like a rental wagon." She's like, "I don't normally travel with the carnival, but I'm a frequent visitor. Have you heard of Sigil?"
Sigil?
Yes, the City of Doors. You're probably too young to know about the City of Doors.
No,
Nope.
I don't
Um,
think so.
It's okay. Not a lot of people have heard of it. But she knocks on her wagon door and she opens it. And when she does, you look through and you just see doors everywhere. Like, and there are just all kinds of different people walking around. You've seen what's been described as angels walking with demons. You see, uh, you see humans. You see rabbit folk, and you see like giant men kind of walking through this town. But everybody looks calm, and as Eliwick steps through the door, people wave. And she says, "You see that door right over there?" And she points to one. She goes, "That will take us to your home. Do you
At
want to go
first,
see?"
before she talked, as we were walking in, I was watching the people wave at her and greet her, and just kind of watching her response to them. When she points to the door and mentions that, that's my attention snaps right there and says, "Yes, I do."
Mm. So I have to tell you, are you a brave boy?
Yes.
Okay. Now I need you to promise me when we take you home that you don't run away. I need you to see what your home is for right now.
I need to find my parents. That's all I care about. I will not promise you if it means I can't find them.
Okay. She steps to the door and she motions for you to follow her.
I follow.
Once you step outside. You knew that you had a little friend there in town. You just got the vaguest memories of him. Your mother would take you there, and this is where his house stood. And there's just a door frame standing. And as you step through this door, all you can smell is acrid, like burnt uh, wood. And it just, and she's like, she goes,
Dad?
"Child, You're not going to find them here
Then why are we here?
because you wanted to see your home.
I want to see my parents. Where are my parents? My parents are where my home is.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what death is?
Yes? It's when the
Sometimes,
people you love have to go away.
and you never get to see them again alive. But
My
they're
grandpa
always
died when I was real little.
right. But sometimes they're still with us. We just can't see them. But
Huh?
this was your home. And you kind of look around and you notice like every house here is pretty much burnt down. The only thing left standing is the tower, your father's wizard tower. And
That's where Dad worked. I know
yeah.
they would have kept him safe there. Him and Mom. There was
And
a strong wizard that my dad worked for. Vincent. He's probably keeping them safe in the tower.
it's funny when you try
What's
to
funny?
when you try to
Ah,
when no in your head and in your
Oh,
not in adults of Andreas is
sorry.
at the time you tried to say Vincent, but it was you couldn't remember a wizard, you couldn't remember a Vincent. Like you were like my dad worked for a powerful wizard, and you just couldn't grip onto that name. You don't remember the wizard.
Hmm.
And you're like, who was your father's master?
Wait, I'm like that or the
That Eliwick asked you, so what wizard did your father work for?
I don't know. I just know he was powerful and that
Okay.
he would keep my dad safe and my dad would keep my mom and me and my brother safe. I don't know why my brother took us and ran away to you. They're safe in that tower. I know it.
And she points up towards the tower. And that right there is the reason why we can't enter the tower. And you see on the balcony that your father would take you out on every day, or your mother would take you out on. You see a red robed wizard. And he's kind of like looking over and he yells out, "Who goes there?
It's me. Is my dad there?
Who is your father?" And you said, "Hold right there." And you see the wizard step off the balcony. And you see Ellie kind of grabs your shoulder and she's like, "Hoyd, we have to be careful. These people are dangerous." And he kind of floats down and he starts walking through like destroyed houses. And I said, "Who is your father?"
You don't know him?
"I won't know him until you tell me his name."
You don't know me?
"No, I do not
Who
know.
are you?
My
What are
name
you doing here?
is Morvana."
Where's my father?
"Who is your
Where's my
father, child?"
mother?
"Well, who is your mother?" This
I start to
this
break down and
castle,
cry.
huh?
I start to break down and cry.
This castle now belongs. This tower now belongs to us Thayans.
I want my parents.
Who is your mother and father. And as he tries to approach, Eliwick stands between you two. Okay, wizard. Back away. Ah, this one has a little fight in her, I see. Hoyd. You might need to go. We have to go.
Okay.
And she
To find
starts
my
she starts backing up, and the wizard starts approaching, and she opens the door that you guys came through, and she kind of pushes you behind, and you suddenly see like this red wizard's arm start to catch fire, and he yells fireball, and you see this flame start shooting out towards the door, and Eliwick throws you back and closes the door, and you guys are back into the City of Doors once again. Are you okay? Did he hurt you? Hoyd.
My parents.
She opens the door to the carnival. She says, come on, let's go. They'll talk about it.
I follow in kind of a stupor, kind of dazed, not really aware of what's going on around me.
She says, I tried to warn you, but you needed to see it for yourself. Here's the strange
I
thing.
didn't see anything. When I was running away, I saw a brick wall in front of me, but that wasn't real. How do I know that what you showed me was real?
Because you can feel it in your heart that you know it's real. We wouldn't be
You asked
keeping...
me if I knew about death. Why did you ask me if I knew about death?
Because the day that you got here, a few hours later, they asked me to go check on your family. And what I seen was some of those red-robed wizards show up. And the orcs were still here. And they were ransacking the town and burning it. They had killed a lot of people. They were piling up the bodies. And a whole a whole army of them had started moving into town from the north. And suddenly there was a great magical energy released, and every orc there disappeared.
The orcs are who attacked us. Did the wizards save my parents?
I'm not sure what happened, but I believe they didn't save your parents. I believe they showed up after your father and mother were killed.
But you don't know?
I do know.
How do you
Because
know?
because one of the things that I can do, and what is actually weird, is something's with this carnival. Sometimes time moves different. When I went there, the orcs had been taken away. I went back the next morning, yesterday morning, and 10 years had passed already. And I was able to find out what happened that night. Your father and mother had passed on. The orcs had ransacked the town. And some red wizards showed up because one of them knew your father.
What did he know about my father? How did he know him?
They were friends. Him and your father created that spell because they wanted to save the Wizard Council of Neverwinter. And the only way that they could do that was to get rid of the orcs, and they teleported them away. However, this made the Wizards Council pretty upset. But the thing is, your father went to cast the spell, and he couldn't remember the call sign. He couldn't remember what let the spell work. But somehow one of the red wizards knew. And so he was able to complete the spell and send the orcs away. But he got here too late to save your dad and mom. They started calling it the Orkgate Affair. And I think time's going to continue to move very fast where we're at. And it hasn't done that before, and I don't know why.
I don't believe you. But I don't think you're trying to hurt me.
I'm not trying to hurt you. And in time, we'll go back together when you're a little older, and you can find out for yourself what happened. But you know what I think? I think you're very brave to follow me. You've been scared and running ever since you got here. But you wanted so bad to know that what happened to your family. And you followed me, and you trusted me.
I'm not scared. I just can't be captured. I have to help my parents. But now I don't know if they're alive.
The best way that you can help your parents is to survive. And the people here want to help you.
Look at her and nod.
You can't be scared of Dulagrun. And she points at the panther with the tentacles. I know she seems scary, but she loves children. And a lot of times when the children at the carnival get lost, like you got lost from your family, she takes care of them. And I think you guys are going to be here for a while. And I think you're going to become friends with a lot of people here.
I saw the cotton candy salesman lower the cotton candy for me.
Of course. They wanted
I'm
to make
not
sure
stupid.
Of course, you're not stupid. They just wanted to make sure to let you run yourself out and that you were fed. Granted, how about we get some different food in you besides cotton candy? That can't be good for you.
I've been eating these really weird apples that I found too.
Oh.
Grow on the side of the tree.
They grow on the side of the tree.
Oh, yes. Those are the drow apples.
Oh no.
Drapples.
The drapples. Aren't they wonderful? They taste just like
Just like
watermelon
spiders.
and
Like
watermelon and
spiders.
spiders.
Before we go find food, can I have a hug?
Of course. And she reaches out and she gives you a big old hug. I'm going to be here to help take care of you too.
Jordan, you should have ran.
Son of a bitch. I keep trying to find, like, before when I found out my parents were dead, I rolled a con save and if it was less than 10, I was going to pass out. And this time I did it again. I was going to, like, fall asleep, finally finding a safe haven where I feel like I can let my guard down. Nope. Fucking 21. I run away. Not really. Not really. We're past that. All right, I go with her to get some food.
All right. And
After weeping in her arms for a while.
Right.
Sarah McLachlan limbs in the background.
That's where I picked up my love of music.
Sarah McLachlan?
I mean, there weren't a lot of options back then.
It puts all the bardic inspiration into, gives it a new context. I remember you. What do you mean?
Eliwick pulls out her lute and she starts playing a lullaby, or not a lullaby. She plays a song that kind of reminds you of happy thoughts. And the two of you kind of walk off to get some food to eat. And then the adult Savandrius finally falls asleep. All right, boys, it's the next morning.
Do we successfully complete a long rest?
Yes, everybody completes a long rest.
What do
I
I
wasn't
get?
murdered yet. One of these
Oh,
days.
you were just up there slack-jawed looking into your ball.
Yes, Ketterdot. Okay. Savandrius, when you wake up the next morning, there is a letter underneath your door. Oh, damn. You got some good rolls there for your important.
My pondering.
You're pondering.
31 important roll.
Did you see the letter, Savandrius? The letter says to Savandrius.
Oh.
I woke up shortly after
World
Caradoc wrote that letter to Savandrius, and I read it, and then I put it back.
You did not.
roll for it.
Yeah, what do I got to
One
roll?
of the things I saw when I was pondering my orbs, when I was glimpsing the future, was the contents of the letter.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me see something real
And
quick.
then I woke up Klaska, and I was like, hey, he wrote him
Yeah.
a love letter.
I snuck up there and saw it. I rolled an 18 sleight of hand, so I took a little peek at it.
Why did you roll? Oh, never mind. Okay.
Because I'm stealth.
I thought you rolled 2 20s and got a 9 and a 9. I'm like, why are you rolling 2 20s? You didn't have advantage on this bullshit roll. It didn't happen.
Give me a little more credit than that.
Earn it.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go pee real fast. You guys.
Sean, are you writing a letter out to me, or?
Nah, I got it. Whenever you open the letter,
I mean, let's assume I would have seen with my passive perception a letter on the floor of my room and would have opened it to read it.
You were asleep. Bum, 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 bum.
This is wow! What a letter.
and then I don't know if you want to read it out loud for people, but
Savandrius, do you like me? Check yes or no.
yes.
So far,
or
it
yes.
seems it's headed that direction. Yeah. I'll have to read it, and then I'll determine if I share the contents.
Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Where the Birds Aren't, Part 11.
Just a picture of Caradoc and one of those paint me like one of your French girls poses.
I found a picture of Skeletor in that pose.
Actually, a really, really regal painting of Quartz the horse.
Yeah. Freshly manicured mane.
On a side note, Sean, if this is in relation to what I talked to you about before,
Nope,
I figured
had
out
this
how to.
written 2
Okay.
weeks ago.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I was gonna say I didn't realize what the moderately armored feat did, so that kind of solved a lot of my issues that I was having. But interesting letter,
Many times ago.
worth considering.
Many moons ago.
I'll have to think on it.
All right. Is everybody else back?
Yeah.
That's not an answer.
I mean, from Yip Yip, it might as well be.
Yeah.
Zing.
All right, it's the next morning. Tomorrow night is the night that
I got an
you was-
appointment.
yeah, you've got an appointment here, Doc. So you guys got to kind of have this day free. Is there anything that you guys plan to do today?
I wake up and walk out of my room and let it be known that I sleep in the room where that safe was on that fateful night that I met the boys. And I scratch both my sides and I'm walking through the hallway and traipsing down the stairs and I say, God, I could go for some flapjacks this morning.
Hate the things.
I could go for some flatjacks this morning.
When did you start talking like, I don't know, different?
That was exactly how your voice sounded. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
Very, very gravelly and alluring.
Talking like Forrest Gump sounds alluring. I could go for some like if Forrest Gump had a baby with Switchblade, that's what Yip Yip sounds like when he repeats people.
Yeah, it's exactly what you sound like. I'm confused.
Oh, Switchblade Gump.
Okay, we're gonna write that down as an NPC to use later.
Switchblade Gump.
You
boys here.
I like
You
butter.
boys here for the Owlbear Rodeo.
I like biscuits. I like flapjacks. I like cotton
This one
candy.
This one time at the circus, I met this man named Savandrius, and I just started running.
Is the rodeo today?
yeah, I guess the rodeo would be today.
I guess after I have my flapjacks, I'm going to go head to the rodeo to make sure that those fuckers release those owlbears like they promised.
The rodeo's not at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
It's an all-day event.
We're going to get ready.
yeah.
Yip Yip is going to eat a lot of flapjacks. It
Yeah.
won't be done until at least 2.
How many restrooms does Gundren have in his house?
Why?
I'm probably in there for like 2 hours just staring at my orb until my legs fall asleep, you know?
Yip, he's up there again, polishing his orb, and I say it in air quotes.
Just scrolling through, short 6-second videos on my orb.
The kitchen window opens up and Shakespeare sticks his head in. Did somebody say flapjacks?
We sure did.
I don't know what a flapjack is, but I'll eat it. Is it made out of goblin? That's still a joke. I'm just joking.
That's how Shakespeare talks. Shakespeare talks like
I'm just joking.
Switchblade Gump.
Oh, man. All right. So, is anybody doing anything before the Owlbear Rodeo?
I'd like to go to, like the Harpers and gather more information about this duel.
Okay.
The duel.
You know the terms of it and all that.
My ears perk up, and I think. Do you say this out loud? Because I'd love to know more about this as well.
No, he already left while you were sleeping, remember?
Yeah.
He wrote that love
Okay, cool. Yeah.
He wrote that love letter and got the fuck out.
When I finished making 14 stacks of flapjacks for Shakespeare, I say, I think I might go down to the county courthouse and figure out the terms and conditions of this duel that I'm going to be a part of.
Okay, absolutely, Sean. You can go down to the county courthouse.
Look, this is my first D&D game. I don't know what the fuck you guys call this.
County courthouse.
Ye old tag office.
That's it.
So
Yeah.
you leave before everybody else gets up in the morning, Caradoc, and you go to the to the area where you dropped off the spider, where everybody's been kind of hanging out. Are you doing any particular, like, I don't want to say stealthy, but are you watching to make sure nobody's watching you or anything like that?
I mean, I don't know if this building is like a store that's like a front or something, or I guess I don't know if I need to be or not.
They kind of have there's a part of the city where a lot of things are like kind of destitute, and so they've been holed up there. They have a nice space on the inside, but from the outside it just looks like an abandoned building with a back entrance that you guys usually go into through some alleyways and stuff.
I mean, yeah, I'll make my way through.
All right. Give me. Hold on a second.
Don't.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. Yeah, you as you're kind of like getting ready to go down the alleyways, you look over and you see a dark-skinned man wearing purple robes, and he just kind of is like leaned up against the building. And you can tell by the charm that he wears around his neck that he is a follower of Savras. And you see him kind of watch you.
And I don't recognize him.
No. You haven't met him, right? You haven't met I don't think you guys have met the one that's been following Joe around, right?
First time I'm there, no.
Okay. Yeah, you see this man watching you. He looks very out of place, very conspicuous. Just kind of out in the open, and he just kind of watches you. He even nods at you when you kind of look at him.
I mean, I guess as I should pass him, I'll just be like, morning.
Morning, Caradoc.
I would stop walking with the mention of my name. I'll turn around and be like, do I know you?
No, but let's just say I know you and your friend Vincent Fulminari. How long have you known Vincent?
Better part of a 10-day.
I just find that man very odd. Do you not find him odd?
He's a little racist.
You're not there.
I mean, somewhat, yes, but aren't all wizards a little not right in the head?
Yes. What's funny is I see you out there, and I see Quazga and Savandris and Yip Yip. I even see people's lives that you touch all around you. Fate has a way of showing me everything. Savras protects people and that are important to the time. Thing is, when y'all stand with him, it's like chaos. Do you understand what chaos truly is?
The lack of laws, the lack of reason, the lack of sense.
Exactly. The thing is, I can't find him on the timeline. I can't find him before 500 years ago. It's like he tells me he's old, but I don't understand how he's here at all. He's
Perhaps he's lying. Perhaps he's lying.
I don't think he's lying. I think he's found a way to hide himself from fate. Do you not find that odd?
Sounds fascinating.
The fact is, I don't know if he's dangerous.
I haven't gotten that sense from him, though. I don't know him well
I mean, he
enough.
fireballed the whole room of zombies before anybody else got in there. The man's dangerous.
You're not there, Yip Yip.
I elbow you and I say, that's badass is what that is.
It's called touching the fourth wall.
No, see, here's the thing. Hold on real quick. Pause. Roll a sleight of hand real quick.
No.
Yep. And then let's roll a stealth. Is that enough for me and Yip Yip to have snuck up
No.
and peered inside the crystal ball
No.
while Vincent was showering after polishing his orb?
Continue, Caradoc.
Seems you know a lot about me and the people I've traveled with, but I didn't catch your name.
Well, I didn't throw it yet. Do you want to know my name?
It's implied.
My name is Burlu. I'm a cleric of Savros.
Burley?
Yes. My official title with the church is Soothsayer. The only reason why I know about you, normally people pass every day that I don't look into their fates. But I'm so intrigued when I found this man not part of any fate, and then I find him tied to people. And the fact that his thread is not attached to anything and y'all's thread is, but I'm afraid that if he gets too close to any of y'all, they're going to tangle up. And that's going to lead to problems. Quazga has to win this fight. But I'm worried.
And how do you know about that?
Same with the rest of us. Sorry, I'm not
Because-
there.
No, you're there. We all snuck up and we're borrowing the orb. That's
Oh, nice,
canon.
Okay. Yeah. I think that checks out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Karen? Would y'all please stop interrupting me? You're making me
How
lose
do
my
you, how
train
do
of thought.
you know about that?
Again, I can see the threads of fate. Because I'm looking at your fates.
We need to take fate to a good seamstress.
And every time that Vincent interacts with you, you folk, things change. Things that should have happened didn't happen. Things that didn't happen did. The fact that he's walking around now, it doesn't make any sense. And when I've tried to speak to Savros about it, he refuses to give me answers. He ignores me. Why would a god ignore me?
If you tried speaking with Vincent,
Yes.
and has that
I think I scared him. I didn't mean to scare him.
Shit.
I don't mean to scare you if you're frightened. I don't think you are, though. You could easily destroy me. I'm just a humble cleric.
Do it.
Was there anything you wish me to pass along to him, or is
No,
this just a friendly warning?
it's not even a warning. I'm just... Quazga has to win. If he doesn't win, bad things can
You'll have to
happen.
make a new character.
Oh, don't worry. Peanut will win. I'll make sure of it.
Well, that's why I'm trying to gather as much information about this upcoming event. Stack the odds as much as I can.
And the funny thing is yesterday morning I woke up, and when I tried to look at fate, I kept seeing the fates of 2 owlbears attached to the Quazga fight. And today, they're not there in that fight anymore. And then I remember seeing Vincent last night and told him about the catacombs and he should find you guys. And now I think I may have accidentally doomed Quazga.
Well, maybe if your god doesn't answer, mine will.
I hope so. But
I'll see
I will-
that he wins this fight.
I will not bother you further tonight. Just heed my warning. With Vincent in the fold, I'm worried that his chaotic energy will disrupt everything.
You
But
said it
maybe
only
I'm wrong.
happens when he's next to us, near us?
Well, when he interacts with you guys, when he's just there. That's all.
Perhaps we can have Saphandrius, not Saphandrius. Have Vincent not present for the fight.
I don't know if that's necessarily what I mean. He's already entangled in your lives. It's not necessarily how far away he is, it's that he's been there. Like I said, I'm not sure Quazga survives tomorrow, or survives the fight.
Well, we shall see.
All right. And he says, "Good luck, Caradoc. I know you to be a good man. Ilmater would be pleased."
It pleases me to hear so.
And he walks off.
Man, wizards.
Just the worst.
All right. Asham is actually at the location, and he's like, "Caradoc, good to see you this morning. I was getting ready to head out soon. Busy day of merchanting.
I've been drinking this morning.
He's
Being a
dwarf.
merchant. What brings you by today?"
I bring news that our mutual acquaintance Quazga will accept this challenge.
That is great to hear, I guess.
Yes.
Tell him his exact words, and I
Yes.
quote, he said, "Fuck yeah."
He does wish to know
Let's fucking
the
go.
full terms and rules prior to beginning.
Well, according to Harper laws, I don't know how the spider found the Harper laws, but it's an old law, but it checks out. um, um, uh, it is a combat between one-on-one between each other, between two people, to the death. Full any items that you own are allowed to be in this fight. Magic is allowed, and yes, no one is to interfere. If there's any interference, then
Interference
the
during the fight, or
interference during the fight.
what about prior?
Well, I didn't see anything about that in the bylaws.
Rules don't say it. There's nothing the rules said dog can't play basketball.
Man, he can dunk.
This whole campaign just turned into Space Jam.
That was Airbud.
Airbud.
Yeah, I know. I'm not an idiot.
Well then, perhaps I can put some divine favor into him.
Ah, yes. Yes. But
Haven't you put enough divine favor into other people, Caradoc? That's how Carp came to be.
you're not there, Spandrius.
I'm not
He
there.
is. Sorry.
Yeah, I give Asham my monthly child support payment.
It's
I'll
canon,
see that-
everybody.
I'll see that she gets. I'll see that she
It's
gets.
canon now. It's canon now.
Sure gets dispersed upon all the many children throughout the realm.
All 17 billion of them. Yeah.
It just goes straight to the Panther in the Witchlight
Oh
Carnival.
shit! I can't get up from the desk.
Oh no. I thought you were reaching out for help, and I'm like, I can't do anything.
Help, Rob's falling and he can't get up.
My chair had gotten further back than I wanted to be in, so I was trying to scoot down to grab my floor with the toes and bring it forward, and everything I did, it just kept sliding backwards. And I was like, oh god, and I tried to pull myself forward and I got stuck underneath the table. Or underneath the desk. So whew.
Do we know when
Crisis averted.
when this fight will take
That was
place?
scary.
He says at the end of the week.
End of the week.
Are you worried about the fight?
I'm worried that Kozga might try to show off and get himself killed, but if he keeps his head, I think he's able to do it.
One thing that the spider did ask is he said he would like to have a one-on-one meeting with Quaska before the fight in the next couple of days.
Is this required as part of the laws?
It's not required.
I mean, I'll bring it up to him, but I would recommend against it.
I
If he wants to try to clean any edge he can.
possibly the spider is a very sneaky one. But I mean, you caught him fairly easy though. You know, it's
The hardest
why we
part was Quazga.
yes. About the as you two were discussing, Sister Goril steps out. Catterdoc, it's good to see you again, my friend.
Hello, sister.
So, at the end of this week after the fight, I will be headed back to Fandolin. I know that you guys have a couple more weeks here, but it's time that I head back to Fandolin. Are you going to be returning to Fandolin at some point?
Perhaps. I may send Gwen or Song back with you.
Yes.
Elsa, the barmaid, wanted her sister to visit or
Yes.
something. I don't remember
Yes.
why.
Well, Elsa just wanted her sister, Gwen, was the is a historian of this area, and she wanted to spend some time in Fandolin because of all the recent events with the Wave Echo Cave and the Spell Forge, and you know she's hoping that she can find out more information. Maybe get that help the Gundren and his brother to start making actual magical weapons instead of just um just empowering regular weapons for a short amount of time. It could be quite helpful if we had those kind of weapons.
And writing down the about the forge is useful so it doesn't get lost again.
Exactly. But Gwen is a sweet woman, and she told me that she would be ready to go in a few days as well. So I know she was hoping to get to see Savandrius before then because Elsa told her about your friend, and Elsa might have a little crush, and who knows? You know, I know how bards are.
Gross.
We don't have many plans today. Maybe I'll have them stop by. You know,
Yes.
young love and all.
Yes, young love. All right. Well, it's good to see you again, Catadoc, and hopefully I see you soon in Fandolin. Now, hopefully we won't have any more excitement down there. Although I did get a message saying that um uh, someone sent me a message saying that more of those crazy goblins with the elongated faces had been seen around town.
Those goblins, the cult underneath this city. Elturel being taken to the hells. Something weird's going on.
Yes, it's when it rains it pours.
Indeed.
All right. And you got your information. Is there anything else you needed from me, Catadoc? Asham says to you.
I believe that should be all, Asham.
All right, this old man's got to go open up his shop. You know, the jewelry's not going to sell itself.
You know,
And she's like, she looks at you and says, "I'm going to stay here and watch the spider until somebody else can show up."
well, farewell. I'm going to return back.
All right. Yip. What are you doing that morning?
So I ate my pancakes.
Pancakes.
Fuck, man, I don't know. I'm just gonna hang out around Gundren's until it's time to go to the carnival.
All right. Quazga, anything you're going to do that morning?
Yeah, I go upstairs and tap on the door to Vincent's room.
All right.
Come in.
And I crack the door a little bit, and I say, "Hold on a second. I know you're up here polishing your orb. Are you decent?"
You come in as I'm suspiciously putting my belt on. Of course.
And I, under my breath, I say, "Shame." And I say, "Hey, can we just have a quick chat for just a second?"
Well, sure.
Perfect. And I say, I've been thinking a little bit about this whole fate situation.
Mhm.
And, my whole life I've lived by this creed that I can only count on myself and nobody else. But the weirdest thing has happened since I've met, of course, you and the rest of the gang. I seem to have found that I've been in quite a few predicaments that I couldn't get myself out of. So what do you think about this whole fate thing? You think there's any truth to it?
Well, there are certainly many who believe that fate is what you make it.
Right, but what do you
Um,
think?
I think perhaps what I used to believe is that your fates were written. I think I come from a time when not a lot was known, and certain people's fates were woven or carved in stone. Or not to take away from free will necessarily.
So do you think that there might be something to all of this? Us crossing paths, I mean. Like this house, boy, if it could tell you stories, it would sing like a canary. This is where everything began. And it's funny that we kind of have all ended up back here, but there's kind of a different denominator here is, you're a little new to this party. So do you think there's anything to you being mixed up in all of this? Us finding your rings and the snake that we probably should have brought back to our manor of second chances.
I think that perhaps in the height of my power, I may have had a little bit of hubris, and I perhaps playing with things that I thought I understood, that I knew of, and I'm learning quickly that perhaps maybe wasn't the case.
Rob has disconnected from the internet.
Damn it, Rob's internet just went out. Oh, fuck. So I bet he didn't hear any of that.
He can watch the VOD.
Damn it.
Well, I guess
Feels
we
so
run the
lonely
show.
without Sean, how did it go last week or this past week? Let us know how it goes. Teach us.
Can you do me a favor and look in that orb of yours and see where I might find myself a tunic that turns me invisible, lets me climb on top of ceilings, walk across ceilings?
Yeah, it says you just need to purchase this book called The Dungeon Master's Guide.
Ah, I've heard of this.
And then I think from there you kind of create your own story and decide what happens.
Is this a part of the campaign where we take it from Rob and really just break through the fourth wall? Yes, terrific. Well, poop shoots.
I agree.
Man, too much of our time was wasted on that Sifandrius story. We didn't get to anything important.
Listen, it was important to me.
It's not important.
Oh.
I almost cried. Almost.
Oof. I tried.
I did get goosebumps.
I'll take it. That's good
I
enough.
got a whole box of goosebumps in my closet over there.
Ermagerd goosebumps.
Well,
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Uh-oh.
Welcome to the party, Intrepid Traveler.
I
and
see.
if we were,
I see
You
your
found the
room.
Invisibility cloak.
Yeah.
Sean found a cloak while you were
you
gone.
son of a bitch. Okay, if we were all to roll perception, we could all learn that Rob's modem is indeed not by his computer.
Welcome back.
Hey. Whew.
Hello,
All right.
and welcome to the party.
Cool.
Sean found a really cool cloak while you were gone.
Yeah, you missed the whole thing. I looked
was-
into.
I ran upstairs and I was able to like listen to what you guys were talking about as you realized that I was out. So then I heard you say,
Okay.
teach us how to do it again. Teach us how to do it, Sean. Were you and Joe started telling you about the Dungeon Master's Guide. I'm like, motherfucker.
Oh, so you didn't hear the shit before that?
No, I didn't hear any of that.
Oh, perchance,
man.
perchance the deepest conversation we've ever ad-libbed.
I
Undoubtedly.
I seen a little bit of it at the start about fate and everything, and I was like, oh, I want to hear this. All of a sudden, my internet went like, doop, boom.
Well, video's still streaming, right?
Yeah, I'll be able to go back
Oh.
and see that.
Okay, yeah, basically I'm in here talking to Joe about how, we're back in the original house where we all kind of met, but he's kind of this new factor in the entire thing, and, if these walls could talk, blah, 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 and I'm questioning him on fate, because so far I've kind of been a guy who's tried to rely on my own wherewithal, and I'm coming to terms with the fact that I've only managed to escape some of these scenarios with the help of my friends.
Gotcha.
And I'm coming to terms with that I was the anchor being of my timeline, and since I disappeared, it kind of broke the sacred timeline.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we're trying
Rob,
to find a
it's-
replacement.
It's pretty deep shit. Like, I'm coming to terms with the fact that I've never believed in fate, and I think there might be something to fate. And I went up here and talked to the guru, and he's just like, "Well, you know what? I'm retiring from being a Sherpa because I don't believe in anything anymore."
That's
So anyway.
that's about it. That checks out.
Yeah. So I just kind of, stare at the floor as my stomach kind of drops a little bit because this is not the answer I was expecting. And
Long
I
story
see.
short, I just don't know, and I'm curious to find out.
oh, well, I suppose that makes two of us. And I kind of shaky-kneed turn around and kind of, knock on the door frame and run my hand down it. And I say, "Good talk." And walk back into the room with the safe and close the
Okay.
door behind me.
Before you go,
Yep.
would you like to touch my orb?
Ooh, shit.
And I slam the door behind me and go back in the room.
Is he blushing? Is he blushing?
Oh, good stuff. Good save. Yeah, I walk out and walk back into the room I was staying in and quietly shut the door.
All right. So have I hit everybody? Did I ask everybody else? Well, Vincent, what are you doing besides talking to Quasga?
I think before I do anything, I'm going to cast Disguise Self on myself.
Okay. You have the hat, right?
Yeah, I gave him
Yes,
the
I
hat.
do.
Okay.
I think what I want to look like is an elf.
Okay.
'Cause that's pretty different. But I don't know what the current fashion is, so I've got like a big mix, like salt and pepper mustache as an elf, which doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
And like a billowy red shirt, very very Tom Selleck.
All right.
My
Not
name's
selfish.
Chuck, and I'm here to fuck.
This only proves that all Yip Yip watches is porn.
To be fair, that's Kill Bill.
I know. I know.
It's your baby.
All right, and what are you doing after you do that, Vincent?
I think I really want to stay low. I think I'm really creeped out by Savras and all that. I'm kind of like a sheepish, like a young apprentice all over again. I don't know if I know anything. My magic's all weird still, and I don't even know what I'm seeing in my orb. Like they're when I ponder it, it just appears like dreams that I forget until it happens in front of me. Or it's things that I think I'm probably seeing a lot of things that often don't come to pass, so I don't know when to I guess pull on those strings to change things up.
Okay. Good observation. All
I'm
right.
gonna make the joke that I go down to the kitchen and I slap you Pip in the back of the head and I say, "God damn it, we resurrected a broken wizard." But I don't. I just go back in my room, sullen and equally confused.
And as as Vincent walks out the door, I mimic Quasga's voice and I say, "Say safe out there, Chuck."
All right.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have plans. I mean, other than like maybe like doing research onto like the actual cult at a library.
Okay.
Books,
Anything.
check it out. Books, check
Nothing
it out.
too dangerous, too adventurous.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, you're talking about the cult of Vecna?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can go to the House of Knowledge and you can look up that stuff. What is odd is that you do pass Burlu, but he does not seem to give you any acknowledgement whatsoever.
Perfect. I do a big cowboy walk like the Wranglers.
The Bee Gees softly play in the background.
And
Staying alive.
Bell bottom jeans.
Yeah. Your fashion is just all wrong.
Just everything's mismatched.
So you start looking into the cult of Vecna, and you realize that Vecna has tried before to reach godhood, and has not succeeded. But he is he's succeeded a little bit. He has become like a minor god, but you do find out that you do read up a little bit and find out that he has become the god of secrets, and that many times his cults have tried to help him find more secrets, because the more secrets that are kept, that they're given to him, the more powerful he can become. And he's been thwarted several times over the centuries to becoming an ultimate god. It's a scary threat, but no one has taken it that serious, because evil tends to turn on itself. It's not quiet. It's not stealthy.
Learn all about Kos and the Sword of Kos and all that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think what'll be very interesting, if you tell me that I do learn about his ascension, is me learning about what happened to the Circle of Eight and how he killed them all. So, like my old pen pals, Mordenkainen and Leomund and Bigby, like, people are like, oh, maybe I could reach out to them and see if they remember me. I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know enough about that yet. I'll have to look into that myself before I can tell you anything about that. But that's
Most of them
not
died except for like the big name players.
Yeah.
But they reported.
Yeah. So, but you know, there's not that much information on Vecna's cult. You feel like this cult is something different.
Mhm.
And
Something new.
yeah, the Neverwinter has a lot of catacombs. It would take you
Yeah, an
years.
immense amount of time. Yeah.
Yeah, years to explore all the catacombs with to figure out which ones and where they're at the moment. You're hoping that at some point, you have a feeling at some point it's going to become easier for them to be located.
Yeah.
But right now it seems like a daunting task to do so. But all right, is there anything else that wants to be done before the Owlbear Rodeo? No? Okay.
And I try to
Like a rhinestone cowboy.
I try to bluff my way in, say I'm a wrangler.
Sure.
This is
they're
where
like,
Vincent dies.
Fate.
He like leans up a tree and says, "I got a feeling things are going to work out just fine."
you hold on a second. So let's get everybody gathered. Who's all going to the Owlbear Rodeo?
Me.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, fuck yeah, resounding fuck yeah.
And if they have cotton candy at the Owlbear Rodeo, I buy Safandrius a little thing of cotton
You
candy.
all weren't there. You don't know what happened.
I'm just saying, I think it'd be a nice
like
gesture
cotton
among
candy.
friends. I buy everybody cotton candy, but more especially Safandrius.
Yeah, you can buy everybody cotton candy, but pointing out Savandris is just weird because you don't know what happened.
I buy everybody cotton candy.
Just like I made everybody flapjacks, just because it sounded good. I had no idea about it. Definitely wasn't rubbing it in.
So,
Man, I love my alive parents.
Whoa, Preston,
Yeah, I
you have a
love your live
soundboard.
too,
Do the thing.
Paradox.
Do the thing on the soundboard. This
Uh,
asshole plays the X-Files theme.
all right, you guys get to the Owlbear Rodeo. You see Peabody taking it like at the front gates, and he's watching everybody come in. He's like, he nods at you guys. He's like, "Well, there they are, the folk that brought us back our owlbears, and are gonna make us get rid of them. I hope you enjoy the show, fellas, because it's gonna be the last one for us, guys. By the way, does anybody want to try their hand at the running the rodeo? You think you can last 8 seconds?
I think I can do it.
Sure.
Now, do we know this is Vincent?
Do y'all know this is Vincent? Vincent, do they know it's you?
well, I would know.
Is it
I
possible
saw
for
Chuck.
anybody-
We
Reed.
all roll perception.
I don't know if I'd have the wisdom to tell anybody, but I certainly gave a lot of winks at people.
I
He's
think
just
we all
walking
roll
around.
perception to figure out if we know who it is.
All right, everybody, give me perception rolls.
Do we take into account
Uh,
passive perception or just
No, because you have to really. It ain't passive. You have to really kind of stare at this guy because you're like, what is this guy doing?
I'm just
Who just
following you
shows-
guys around.
why not?
Yeah. Give me a.
Oh, I
give
know.
me
I know.
Give me insight perception, or give me not perception. Yeah, give me
Religion.
insight. Give me an insight check.
Oh, because I rolled a 22, you're like, ugh, give me a double.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
guys.
didn't. I'm sorry, guys. You know what? I will let you keep your rolls if you.
Yes.
All right.
Here, I can actually fix this. Hold on. There you go. There's your
Okay.
DC.
Let's see here. Caradoc and nope, not Savandrius. Caradoc, yip. No, wait, hold on. Savandrius got it. Okay. Quasga did not.
What?
Caradoc-
I rolled a 16.
Hold on.
We all
Wait.
did it.
Oh, okay, y'all did it. Yeah, you guys can pretty easily guess that this is this is Vincent.
Just picturing 5 will go
Does he know
quest.
that we know? Because it'd be really fun to pretend that we don't know and see if he like plays into it.
I mean,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, what do we roll?
you don't have to roll anything.
Okay, if Vincent rolls a 15 or under, he doesn't know that we know.
If he, that's an awful low 5. He's got a 5 points there.
I mean, we just want to see him show off a little bit, live a little. The guy's been dead for 500 years.
Nope, he doesn't recognize you.
No,
He doesn't realize that you know. Yeah, sorry.
Vincent charmed himself. What a rough bunch of cowpokes.
Excuse me, Mr. Tamer. Can you explain to us a little bit about the rodeo here?
Is there some
Yeah.
entry fee or?
No, there's no entry fee. We allow folk to come in and think that they're hot shit and think that they can ride these owl bears.
Well,
And
this
we
guy
let-
over here looks like the hottest shit.
He does
Look
look
at
like
that.
the hottest shit. He looks
Look
like
at
he.
that salt and pepper mustache.
Which
been corn fed.
Rob?
I've never seen an elf with a mustache before, but who knew?
Rob, which owlbear is Vincent trying to mount?
That's kind of personal.
Yeah.
And
I don't know which one he's trying to ride, but
in which one can I? Whichever one he's getting on, will you allow me to cast Speak with Animals so I can talk with that owlbear?
sure, I'll allow that.
Okay, so I
Wait, what is the range in that spell?
oh,
About the distance of a coliseum.
it doesn't tell me a range. It just says 10 minutes.
I bet it tells you a range.
No,
You cast it on yourself, and then you're allowed to.
Oh, gotcha.
yeah.
All right, I'll allow
He's
it.
just gonna yell from across the Coliseum in owl bear.
Yeah. So I as Vincent's getting ready to get up on the owlbear, I cast Speak with Animals, and I lean down and I start to speak to the owlbear. I'm like, listen, this guy's been like in the bottom of the lake for 500 years, and like we're really starting to like this dude, and I think he likes us. Can you just do us a favor and not kill our aged, decrepit wizard? We'd really like that. Can you go easy on him? Make him feel good about himself. Let him stay on.
Many words.
I just need you to
Have
not
you
kill
seen
my.
Many words.
I need
Have you
not
seen
to
my
kill.
baby?
Yeah. Look, after this, we're gonna help you find your babies. You remember me? You know, we promised.
Babies.
Yeah, babies. Don't kill Chuck is what I'm saying. Like, let Chuck win. Just don't knock him off.
I'll breathe underwater 500 years.
Big Zen.
Magic. Imagination.
Spirit fingers.
Gets the accordion hands
Yeah.
out. Magic.
Go easy on Chuck, okay?
Have I always
Okay.
called him Chuck? I thought I called him Uncle Vinny.
No, because he's dressed like a porn star, so his new name's Chuck right now.
Chuck. Ground Chuck.
And Peabody goes, is anybody else feeling that they want to be able to ride an owlbear today?
Is there like a prize?
No, it's free.
Is there a prize?
Hey, Caradoc, I bet I can hold on to the owl bear longer than you or Quazka can.
He goes, whoever can ride it the longest can get 100 gold pieces.
Dang.
Owlbear,
Wondering
let
about
Chuck
this.
let Chuck ride you the longest, so Chuck can get 100 gold pieces, and then we'll help get to your babies quicker.
Hey, I'll try. Why not?
Yeah.
All right, we got Caradoc the Brave here. He gonna ride the owlbear. Anybody else besides you and Chuck?
Let's do it.
It's a
Yeah, what the hell?
Quazka. All right. So, what we're gonna do. And the owlbear comes out. The first one out is Bartholomew. And he's just, you see this thing bucking around. You see it kind of charge it, mimic the clown. And, you know, he jumps in a barrel. And you can, you can hear him, you can hear Bartholomew say, clown angry, make me angry. and he hits the barrel that the clown's in, and the barrel goes rolling. And they get the owlbear into one of the stalls. Who's going to go first on riding the owlbear? How about you, Chuck?
Well, don't mind if I do.
All right. So you climb onto this owlbear. And
All
Chuck,
the false confidence in the world.
Chuck, this is going to be so funny because you know you got to make strength checks, right? Strength athletic checks.
I'm ready. Prepared.
All right. And so he's like, all right, I pray that you got your insurance paid up, boy, because this is going to be the worst day of your life if you didn't. I hope you ain't got no brittle bones. And they open the gate, and the owlbear steps out, and he just starts bucking wildly, but not too wildly. Go ahead and give me a strength check. I need a 10.
Oh, my God.
You grip down on this thing, and like this is about 3 seconds you're riding this thing. You're like, man, this is easy. And then give me another one. You've got a 15 this time, or 12 this time. Oh, and suddenly you feel your hand give loose. You get a little sweaty, and you get thrown clear off this owlbear and hit the ground. And the owlbear looks disappointed because he's like, man. Like it's on. You hear Yip. He tells Yip Yip, I tried, but he was too weak. And you go flying in the ground, and the owlbear stomps his feet like it's going to stomp at you, and the mimic runs over and puts you in a barrel and rolls you away. Oh, what's that? What's that? Oh, damage. Luckily, the hat didn't fall off. Oh, he made it a total of 3.5 seconds. Probably not good enough to win the 100 gold pieces because you got to ride at 8. At least to even qualify. All right. Who wants to go next? How about you, Caradoc?
I suppose.
And he puts you on Ethel.
Good girl, Ethel.
Very clearly
All right.
holding my back on my way out.
And Ethel comes screaming out of the gate. And give me a strength check, but you need a 12 for the first
Can
one.
I try to like do some animal handling thing to like calm her down a little bit?
Sure. I'll let you do that.
I ain't, expecting to. But you never know.
Ethel, he doesn't pay child support. Buck him off.
You think you miss your kids? He doesn't even support his.
You calm it down a little bit, so it'll bring that first check down to 10.
Let's go. 5.
You think you've got it pretty good, and this thing back bucks you, and you go flying forward, and you don't like land on the ground. You kind of like land on your feet a little bit because part of you're so short, and you kind of do one of those tuck and rolls. And then the owlbear kind of charges behind you, but you're able to duck out of the way, and Mimic gets his attention.
I use my boost to jump over the owlbear.
You jump over the owlbear. All right. Let's hear it for Quazga.
And I take my fake wizard hat, put it on, and roll the sides up like a cowboy hat.
All right. They put you on Bartholomew.
Oh.
Bartholomew. And he's like, and he tells Yip Yip, I ain't taking it easy anymore.
Just don't kill Peanut.
I clearly don't hear this, and I just whisper, easy girl, easy girl.
He's a guy. So.
Yep. Okay, what do you want? Strength saving?
Yeah, he comes busting out of the gate, and I need a strength athletics check. I need a 12 or higher.
Strength athletic. So just saving throw?
Nope. Strength athletics.
Why can I never find strength athletics?
It's under athletics.
Just athletics?
Yep.
Rob?
It's alphabetical in your skills.
Oh, he starts to buck you, but you grip down hard on that saddle, and he kind of kicks, and you can tell he's getting madder. So, but let's give me another strength athletics roll. 15 difficulty now.
And I just say, "Whoa, easy, girl, simmer down, baby."
Yeah, and he is bucking like crazy, and he's almost got you. Like you just like grip down hard. You kind of put your knees against him, against that saddle, and kind of squeeze the best you can against this giant bare back of this owlbear, and then you're just trying to hold on tight and give me one more strength athletics 15. Oh. You are launched off of this thing, and you do a little tuck and roll. Yeah,
It's a half-orc trebuchet.
And it charges at you,
Jesus.
and then right before it hits you, it stops and turns around and kind of kicks at you, and then takes off running in another direction, and they get it back into the paddock. All right, so far tonight we ain't had much luck. I guess that leaves it all to Savandrius.
Right.
And they put you on Ethel.
I was going to say real quick, to set the mood, I'm going to sing a song about how well I'm going to do. And I'm going to go ahead and cast Unearthly Chorus when I do right next to the owlbears.
Like a rhinestone cowboy.
That's exactly what I sing.
Nope, you sing. I thought you were to sing Garth Brooks' Rodeo. It's a damned old rodeo.
Oh, man. Damn.
I sing both. It's a double feature.
The man's singing 2 songs in perfect harmony with himself.
He's
Like
very talented.
mashup.
All right, this owlbear seems pretty calm.
All right. Well, hello, friends. Hopefully you recognize me. Let's have some fun. Don't go too easy, but let's have a good time, shall we?
He's like, all right, give me a strength.
Oh, whoops, that's not athletics. My bad.
Yeah. 5. Give me a 5. All right, that's so. Yeah, he comes bucking out, but like he kind of telegraphs it, so you know where to kind of lean to and keep a hold of it. So it was pretty easy for you to keep on there. But he starts getting a little wilder. Give me a 7. Give me an athletics check of 7 or higher.
Sounds pretty tough.
Boom! Oh man, you hold on tight. That is a nat 20. Yeah, you just hold on tight.
That's 2 nat 20s over the course of this one.
In fact, that was so good, and with the skill, like we're gonna, the next one is only gonna be a 5. Give me a higher than a 5, and 100 gold pieces is yours.
I clap my hands and say, "It's rigged."
Cannot fail, even if you roll.
He cannot fail. He cannot fail. 9. Boom. He tries to buck you off, and you just hold on, and then finally the 8 seconds goes, and then you hear the buzzer.
I was going to say, all right, friend, give me the best you got for one last round.
All right. Go ahead and give me one more.
What's the, what am I shooting for here?
Give me a 7.
Oh, that's not the best he's got. He's already done like a 12. I get knocked the hell off of there.
Yeah, you get thrown, but he's like, you did it. You did 8 seconds. The 100 gold pieces is yours.
I'd like to, while I'm thrown, like in the air, go ahead and try and do like a flip and stick the landing, and I probably failed because I only got a 9.
Yep, you kind of
Yes.
Oh, you kind of
time
fall
for one more entry.
Sure.
I want to go up to Quasga.
You want to go as Quasga?
I want to go up to Quasga.
Oh, okay.
Quasga, would you like another chance?
Yes, absolutely.
I will cast Disguise Self on Quasga.
Yes.
And looks like we got a late entry. What's your name, boy?
Choose what to look like.
What'd you say?
You can choose what you want to look like.
Oh man.
My name's Terry.
Yeah.
It's gonna be old Greg.
Yep.
Well, some folks around call me Herbert, but you can call me the Lone Ranger.
Look, if you're gonna do the voice, you're gonna have to do the voice better than that. Come on.
We got this creepy guy named Herbert.
And I'm barefoot, just wearing a trench coat, bare-legged underneath.
Sir, you got clothes on underneath that.
I just nod. I don't even say a word. I just nod.
All right, you get on the owlbear, and they put you on Bartholomew, and you hear Bartholomew sniff, and he knows who you are.
And I say again, easy girl.
Before you go out, I just want to say to Quaska, don't worry about your fate. I'll give you a wink.
I just kind of like walk away, puzzled after our recent conversation.
All right. Give me a strength athletics check. 12 or higher. Ah!
Pretty sure he got a 14 on that one.
Oh, Joe used his portent ability.
Oh, amazing!
All right.
I dig in with my bare feet, wrap it up in that bear tuft.
I
I mean, you probably see like you were going to fall off, and then like, you know, the VHS copy got a little fuzzy.
All right. Give me a second roll. Got to beat a 15. Oh, he did it.
And I get a false sense of confidence, thinking, "Wait, maybe I do have it after all."
And then the last one, he's really bucking wild. I need a 17.
It's a good thing he rolled exactly a 17.
Oh, look at that!
And I take my. Oh, I don't have a hat on. Never mind.
You could pretend like you had a hat on.
Yeah, I'm just waving my hand around, flailing.
Holy crap! This Herbert guy, he did it. He lasted 8 seconds as well.
That's the
me one
longest
more.
I ever lasted.
Give me one more check to see if you stay on.
I'm out on this one. My hands are out.
Gotta be 17 or higher.
Oh!
Well, butter my biscuit.
You have lasted 12 seconds on this ride. Go for one more.
Yeah, yes, always. Always.
20 or higher.
Get out of there.
20 or higher. Nobody signed up for this.
You literally just said yes, always. Literally just a moment ago.
And you get
Set up
thrown.
20.
Bear's doing backflips at this point.
Shit. The bear jumps up and flops down dead weight on top of me.
All right, and that is it for the Owlbear Rodeo.
Whew.
You didn't hurt yourselves. Nobody got hurt. But yeah, two of you ended up with 100 extra gold pieces, Quazga and Savandrius.
Well, I walk over and I hand 50 shekels to Uncle Vinny.
I think that is a good summation of my current summation of fate right now.
I just chuckle and nod my head and slap him on the shoulder, and then walk away holding my back.
I give the full 100 back to the owners of the Owlbear Rodeo and say, look, I know you're doing us a big favor by taking these owlbears back to the wild. I don't need to take your money from you.
I walk over and I say, you know what? That's an honorable gesture. And I give him 10 gold back.
Well, you're too kind. Especially you, Quazga. And he kind of gives you a disappointed look.
Buck already pocketed his.
Wait, why are you upset with Quazga? Quazga didn't win anything. Herbert won.
No, yeah.
That's
Quazga's
true, yeah.
giving you 10 gold out of the goodness of his heart.
True. Yeah. Really donate to the cause.
Oh, man. Why do these coins look familiar? This one still got the chocolate I gave Herbert on it.
He sold some apples to Herbert.
Yeah.
I like eating hot apples. Sometimes I put them in the freezer.
And gum 'em.
All right.
They're already applesauce.
Well, that's it, boys. That's the last night of the Owlbear Rodeo. We got to figure us out a new type of business. Maybe we could go to using something more docile.
Ooh, I'm going to write on a piece of paper where there is a location of a baby green dragon and say, maybe, just maybe, you can capture that for your rodeo, and I pass them along the information.
He's like, hell no. I ain't messing with no dragon.
Come back, just find 3 very funnily dressed skeletons.
You're right.
These skeletons look hilarious.
Why is this one dressed like a mimic? All right.
Bethesda ass dragon.
The evening is over. The Owlbear Rodeo, as I said, they'll return the owlbears to Neverwinter Woods out after town. after town?
After town. That means
the morning.
outside, just outside of town.
Out after town.
Literally
after
right
town.
at the gates.
What it means, and everybody knows that.
Shoo them out the front gate. You're free, cheesy bread.
The last thing that they say to Yip Yip before the spell ends is, "You still help find babies?
Yes, we will.
We'll see you in the woods. We'll be waiting."
And I give Bartholomew just a nice little lovely love tap right on his ass cheek, like, ow, see, big guy.
He kicks and bucks. Watch it there, partner. All right. Next morning. There's anything that you guys have to do in the morning?
Yeah,
Like
I'm
important checks?
looking through the room I'm staying in for icy hot.
Yeah, you guys are all feeling it.
Except for me, I didn't get bucked or kicked
Yeah.
or anything.
Yip Yip's like, I ain't dumb enough for all that crap.
I'm an old man, so I just solve all my issues with baby powder.
I'm gonna go ahead and give Vincent the rub down like I did Quasga the other night. You know, I'm just gonna use my little nimble feather fingers, and I'm gonna rub out all the knots and take care of my boy.
Just rub out, huh?
Yeah.
Got to take care of his boy.
Now, do I hear Yip Yip polishing
Cheating on
Vincent's
me.
orb in the next room?
No, they did it before you woke up.
Oh, thank God. Why does it smell
Couldn't
like
handle that.
bleach? Why does it smell like bleach and pancake batter?
Oh my God.
I'll tell you when you're older.
All right. Anything else going to happen today before tonight?
No, I was going to say we need to check on our buddy. What?
What's tonight? Like, do we have time to go out to the forest and help those fucking owlbears?
First of all, it's only Caradoc that knows about what's going on tonight. But that's what I was getting at, is what were you guys doing during the day before we get to Caradoc? And did Caradoc share? Did you share any of the information with them?
I would not. Probably.
Okay.
How far away is the Neverwinter Woods?
It is 10, 15 miles outside of town, I think. I have to see the map again. Let's see here. Andover and below. The Forgotten Realms. What the fuck is that? I didn't see that picture. Holy shit.
The fuck did we get ice cream?
It's a fucking terrifying picture I just seen. I was like, well, how the hell did I miss that? Sometimes you miss stuff when you don't look through the main book. Like, so 5, 10. Yeah, it's about 15. It's actually about 20 miles outside of town. Where they would probably be taken. That would be kind of the closest place for them.
It's like a 7-hour walk.
Yeah.
I mean, depends on how early we get up and how long it'll take. We might be able to get.
You probably wouldn't be able to find the babies today
Yeah.
and get back in time.
Well, then I guess not. I don't know what I'm doing after I give Vincent a rub down. I'm just waiting to see what everybody else does.
Nope, the appropriate answer was washing your hands. The judges were looking for washing your hands. We would have also accepted smelling your hands.
They smell
All
like
right.
Tiger Balm.
Was anybody doing anything before this evening?
Nope.
I take it I'm supposed to be unprivy to what's going on with Caradoc, so I'd be
I mean,
playing under
Everybody.
the table.
you said the fight's at the end of the week.
Right.
Today's the 10th. It's the end of the 10-day.
I'm at the end of
Fight.
next week.
All right, 10 more days.
10 more 10 days.
Okay. We'll say 4 more days, not the end of the week, because I didn't know. I forgot you were keeping track of time.
Someone asked you.
I mean, I
forgot you
remember he
gave a shit
was.
about
I mean,
what I
I seen
say.
it. I seen
Yeah.
it. I seen it where he was writing down what day it was on his character sheet or something. I was looking through things. I'm like, this motherfucker's actually still keeping track of time.
Nobody told Rob. Nobody told Rob he'd be fact checked.
Hey, I'll tell you when it's a holiday if you want.
Just call me JD Vance. I was told that the rules were there'd be no fact checking. No fact checking on this debate. I was told there was no fact checking.
In the land of make believe.
All right. So evening starts rolling around, and Caradoc, you know it's time to go meet Elmina soon. What were you doing before this happened?
I don't know, just like mentally preparing for what it may.
Are you still at
judges.
Gundren's house?
I would have been for like most of the day. I would say like in the evening, I would tell people I'm gonna, head to my parents' house for the night
Okay.
and stay with them for the evening, and then before we head out tomorrow to do, I assume, Thunder Tree. I don't know. We'll have to make some plan, but
I think you guys were going to go look for the look for the Albert Cubs, right?
Yeah.
you can do both.
I mean, you told us we wouldn't have enough time for that.
Today,
Oh.
not tomorrow.
It's down
Fair
yesterday.
enough.
All right. So it's the evening. You've been mentally preparing yourself. What are you telling people before you leave? Let's role play this out.
He's said he's going out to get cigarettes.
Oh,
I remember having
just
dinners
like
with
he
my
I already
told
lost
Carp.
one dad today.
As I said, I told the party that I was gonna go to my parents for the evening.
He's going
can
out
I
for
come?
milk.
I'd love some more of that delicious peach cobbler.
If you want, yeah, you can. They liked you enough.
All right, I'll go too.
Lucky. I just give him a wry grin and say, "Tell your mom hi for me."
Sure thing, I guess.
You second guess everything.
All right. So, the time rolls around, and you and Savandrius head out. So, Savandrius, are you going to tell Savandrius what's going on?
As we leave the wherever Gundren House is and make our way towards my parents,
Okay.
I'll say, so it's been a few days. Have you seen my letter?
Wait, it's been a few days already? I thought it's...
It's been 2 days.
Okay, look, I didn't think I'd be fact-checked on the time, okay?
Man, we're all getting JD Vance today.
I'm still considering. I'm interested in your overall mission and want to support you where I can. But I have my own goals, and I don't know if I can commit my life to something other than those goals yet. But I'm still considering.
As I said, it just take a few days. It's not a decision to be made lightly.
I appreciate the offer.
I feel like you would be just.
But as I
Anyway, we're
said,
here.
yes.
You're just awkwardly standing on your parents' front porch for 20 minutes.
I'll knock on the door.
Hey Rob, real quick, is
Uh-huh.
is there anywhere in town like if I don't know, I see Caradoc and His Holiness or whatever, and I'm just like, man, I'm kind of interested in being maybe a cleric. Is there like a Twilight cleric place in this town that I can go hang out and learn some shit about some shit?
Yeah, you might know a guy that could answer that question.
Pascal? Vincent knows a lot of things about a lot of stuff and things.
I think
Sometimes.
literally Ilmater could be a Twilight cleric.
Well, I'm gonna head there while those two go to his parents' house and just hang out, see what I can learn, see if my feathers ruffle.
All right. Sure. You kind of head to the same direction that Savandrius and Caradoc headed,
Oh,
because he lived near the temple to Ilmater. So yeah, you get to the house, Caradoc, and you. Now, boy, you don't have to knock on the door. Come on in. You hear from your dad inside.
Wish to be polite.
It's not polite. You live here, son, when you can. I know you have your own life now, but well, we still love you.
As do I. I hope you don't mind. I brought my friend Savandrius again.
Oh yes.
Hello.
He couldn't stop thinking about your cooking, mother.
Oh, I love it when you bring your friends over. They're sweet boys.
I've seen this movie.
I don't have any fresh peach cobbler.
That's
Tonight?
okay. Today I came for the company.
Nelson had run out of cinnamon. Hopefully he gets another batch. It's hard to run a cinnamon store. You think he'd have plenty of cinnamon, but it does run out occasionally. Especially the
Well, I
fine
can
aged cinema. Cinema.
Cinema. I'm in the cinema.
Yeah, mom loves those old plays.
if all of
Black and white place.
the desserts in the town are prepared as nicely as yours, it's no surprise that his cinnamon would be in such
No.
high demand.
You
Yeah, I've
flatter
seen this
me
movie.
so. What brings you boys by this evening?
Oh, I just wanted another evening before we head out, I believe, tomorrow.
Oh, what are you
On
going?
another adventure.
Hopefully it won't be too dangerous. Come see your mother and father when you get back.
You know I'm safe.
Of course.
As I think in my mind, we're gonna go to a woods and then maybe kill a dragon.
From the other room, they hear me. Help me, step bro. I'm stuck.
All right. You spend some time with your parents, and it's getting very close now to the time to go meet Elmina.
Well, I don't know what time my parents go to bed, if they're early sleepers or not.
Well, at one point you're sitting there, and all of a sudden your dad smacks his knees and said, "Well."
I'll be here for 20 more minutes.
He says, I think it's about time that we all head to bed. You staying the night?
Yeah, I'll sleep here tonight, but I need to make a quick little errand before the shops close.
An errand.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Say hi to some old friends.
Mind if I tag along? Much as I enjoy the company of your parents, I don't feel particularly comfortable being here without you.
Oh, sure, yeah, you can tag along.
If you don't want me there, I could always go back to Guntran's as well.
It'd be nice to have the company.
Very well. I'll follow your lead.
All right. So you guys walk right past. Well, I don't know if you walk right past Gundren's. I don't know. Are you gonna walk past Gundren's because you got to get back down to here?
I mean, where's Gundred's at? I don't.
It's where
I don't know
everybody's
where-
kind of gathered around.
I see. I mean, the main roads walk past Gundred's. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
You know,
I'll
he-
explain on the way that I'm meeting with Elmina.
Elmina, the lady from the ambush.
Yes.
Wait, did I already know Elmina was his sister? Had he explained that in the past?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're the-
Sorry, then I wouldn't have said such an obtuse question.
Hmm.
Ah, that makes sense. How do you feel
Sheesh.
about the meeting?
I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I'm confused. I have questions.
Anything
I
you
don't
want
think
me
it's
to
a
do
trap.
to prepare just in case? I have some means of extraction that. Wait, do I? Maybe not on this character. Do you want me to hang out in the background, and if you need some help getting out, I can cause a distraction? Make a suggestion? Something of that sort? Or do you want me there with you?
Oh, I think she wants me to go alone, but it would ease my mind if you were at least nearby.
Can you communicate with Quartz
I can.
over a distance? Well, if you summon Quartz, I'll hang out by Quartz while you're at your meeting, and if you need anything, just make Quartz move and I'll come running. Or make Quartz give me a signal of their choosing.
Yeah, we can stop by Gundren's and pick him up from the stable.
Sounds good.
I'll have him headbutt you. Not hard,
Fair enough.
just to get your attention.
All right. So you're going back to the stables at Gundren's house to get Quartz.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't have unsummoned him because why?
Right.
He's chilling.
When you get there, you see Shakespeare sitting in the stable, and he's just petting Quartz. He's like, "You're a nice horse. You ain't scared of me." Why am I talking as the right?
You ain't scared of me.
It's a sling blade gump. All right, get it
Yeah.
right.
So you a nice horse. I like hanging out with you. Most horses scared of me. You know, Shakespeare trying to make new friends. Shakespeare had old enemies,
I'm
but new
home.
friends. Sometimes they the same. What about you, Quartz? You got old enemies or new friends?
Quartz
You don't have
huffs.
to answer that. You're a horse. What? I even know horses can't talk.
He clomps his foot once.
I think you might be able to count higher than. Oh, damn it! I did it again. I think you should be able. I think you're high. You can.
I feel like Shakespeare used to have
Yeah.
a deeper voice. I think you're okay.
Ogre voice.
Quartz, I like fried goblin. I like goblin and flapjacks. Oh.
I feel like Yip Yip's doing a Eugene impression from The Walking Dead.
Shakespeare like fried goblin, grilled goblin.
I like
pink
goblin and mashed potatoes. Oh, wow.
I ate a horse one time and I got diarrhea, so I never wanted to eat another horse. You know, back when I lived with my brothers, it was very scary, and we'd have to eat all kinds of things. I don't like this. I don't like this for Shakespeare. Shakespeare is just dumb. He's just.
You made the
I thought he had a-
decision.
I thought he had
I know.
a bit of intelligence
Yeah, he has the. Well, it's a ring of
or ring.
speak common.
Oh, okay.
And he just pets, and all of a sudden he sees Caradoc, and he's like, "Hey, look, boy, it's your friend Caradoc.
Quartz says hello.
He can talk."
Nah, I just know how to read him.
That's funny. He like looks around. I don't see any words on him. Are they invisible? Did the wizard put him up on it? Put the words on him?
There are no words. It's just
Sometimes they're just not any words.
okay,
Damn,
fine.
he's dumb, but he's deep.
Shakespeare
love
is Forrest Gump.
Yeah, he really is. So he just has the temperament of Forrest Gump. He doesn't speak like Forrest Gump.
Sometimes there just ain't any words, Carrot Dog.
And then Shakespeare stomps his foot once like the horse.
Sometimes you just gotta live in the moment. Pet a horse.
Sometimes life's like a fistful of spears.
All right, you get the horse. Yip went off to the Yip went off to the Elmater temple. Vincent and Quasga, give me perception rolls to see if you notice them taking the horse.
Thank you. I was just about to ask, could I do a perception roll?
You both kind of hear, you guys kind of hear, Shakespeare's pretty loud, and you hear sometimes there's no words, and you realize he's talking to somebody outside. What are you doing?
I want to go out there. Well, I let's just assume the room I stay in, the window faces the stable,
Okay.
and I kind of peek out there and listen to the words drifting up.
And you look out and you see Shakespeare talking to Quasga and not Quasga. You see him talking to me. You see him talking to Caradoc and Savandrius and the horse. Vincent, you see the same thing. If you're even interested, you just hear him talking. I don't know if you're interested to actually look.
Probably take a peek. Maybe write some Shakespeare wisdomisms in my book.
Sometimes no words, and he taps his chin. Sometimes there are no words.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd really. I imagine he pets his horse sometimes.
Just like you polish your orb.
Episode 26, euphemisms. Am I right?
Where the birds aren't.
Where the birds aren't. Part 10.
Look, this is all good information for Savandrius. His parents never quite explained to him what the birds and the bees were, so he's learning a lot.
Hey, sometimes you gotta stroke a horse. It's fine.
Hey, have I been polishing my orb? Question mark.
Look at my horse.
Sometimes
This
no words.
has been the dirtiest game we've run.
Sometimes you got to stroke a horse to win a derby.
Give him a lick.
Tastes just like raisins. Okay, so I'd like to know more about what's going on, because maybe perchance this feels a little suspicious. Everyone's been just kind of leaving, and I've just been here hanging out like a boy who's grounded.
Me too.
Yeah, so
Just the two of us.
Yeah, what should I do? Should we, well, how good are you at stealth, Vincent? Before I decide if I'm going off on my own.
I think I'll stand up from my chair and you'll hear literally every single bone in my body creak and crack, especially after the bull riding.
And I walk over and I say, I'm going to go take a peek and see what's going on. You just keep
like
the
old
fire
man
going.
stretches like, ugh.
I run my finger across my upper lip and I say, take it easy, Chuck. Take a load off. And I want to take a little stroll out there closer to the barn, but be a little stealthy about it.
Am I home alone?
Dun. So you are. You can polish
Party
your orb in the living
time.
room.
Pull that out of
Definitely
your.
doing some risky
Hey,
business.
that's a-
Sliding around in my snot socks.
Your snot.
Not socks.
I'm the snot wizard.
I'm playing the music on my orb as loud as it can.
All right, so
Roller coaster.
you were able to kind of sneak outside and watch what's going on, and then you see them get the horse and you see them head out. and they're heading south.
Can I ride Shakespeare like a horse?
I mean, I don't think you're going to be very stealthy if you try to ride Shakespeare.
Could you fastball special me? Well, heck, I mean, if they're on horseback, I think
No,
I'm at a
no,
loss.
they're not on horseback.
Oh, they take the horse. Okay, cool.
They
Yeah,
took the horse. I don't think they rode the horse.
yeah. So I kind of keep, 20, 30 paces back and just make my way.
All right. And I'm pretty sure none of y'all's passive perceptions are 20.
Nope.
Amateurs.
And so, Vincent, you stayed behind, I guess? 'Cause...
You take them old records off the shelf, Rob. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna leave the horse and Safandrius like here or something.
Okay.
Around the corner. That way they can't be seen. But still close enough to run to the cemetery if need be.
Yeah. Yeah, because, like, that, there, where you were supposed to meet her at is, like, literally, like, right along the fence line, so.
Yeah.
So you kind of leave them there. Sean, you see that he walks off from the horse and Savandrius, and they're just kind of milling about in an alleyway.
Oh, are you asking or telling?
What are you doing? Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of do my best to kind of sneak over and what's this building look like that I'm looking at here? He
Double
goes to-
tap because I don't know what you're looking at. Where you-
No, I mean just
Oh.
what's it look like? Where'd he go?
The Savandrius and the horse are sitting in this hallway, or not hallway, this alleyway right here, kind of right between like it looks like maybe an old like a merchant's shop and on one side of the street, and maybe a bakery on the other, that are both closed.
Okay.
And it's kind of dark.
Did I see what building he went into?
He did not. They didn't go into a building. He
Oh,
walked
they're in
down
an
the
alley.
street. Yeah, they're in an
Oh.
alley, and then Caradoc walked down the street. It honestly looks like he's headed towards the graveyard.
Ooh, gross. Okay, cool. Well, I think there's probably no sense in climbing across the buildings if we got to cross the street. So yeah, I just kind of what's I was gonna say? Skulk my way, sneak my way through this. Around the corner of the building. There, I'm listening the best I can.
All right. Savandrius, are you? What are you doing? Are you talking to the horse, or are you just sitting there? Or
Just observing the world around me, waiting quietly for a signal from Caradoc.
I'll
I don't
say
want to
that
draw any
if
attention.
you can talk to the horse, and then the horse can convey that information to me. If you really wanted to. If there was some emergency on your end, so I can.
Sure.
be there.
But so far, there's no emergency. If I see Quazga,
Yeah.
I'll definitely use my horse radio. But
all right, Quazga, give me another stealth roll.
Oh my god, it was a fucking nat 20 and then it rolled over onto the 2.
So
such a way that made it not a nat 20 anymore? Or
Yeah,
Yeah,
you were there.
So you're kind of like walking down this alleyway where Savandrius and the horse are, and you're paying attention to them, hoping that they don't see you, and you accidentally kick over a trash can, and a cat goes meow.
Okay, can I snuff the cat?
Put my cat on the mic.
Savandrius, you hear a trash can get kicked over, and then a cat meow behind you.
I take a look.
Quazga, give me a hide check, because I'm sure that's what you would want to do.
Okay, Rob. Describe it to me like I'm 6. Where the fuck is the hide
Another
button?
stealth roll, please.
Thank you, Junior DM. God bless America.
Closet goes meow.
Yeah.
Meow. What do
Okay, so
you do?
listen. So Fandry peeks his head around the corner, and I'm on all fours, and I go, "Rear!"
Fancy meeting you here.
I laugh my ass off. And then I say fairly loudly, assuming, do I know we're not that close to where Peridot's at with his sister, right? Like we're a decent
No,
distance away.
no.
Okay. Then I say loud enough that it can be picked up on the radio. That oh, Quasga, good to see you here.
I was going to try to
How's it
persuade you
going?
not to, but I rolled an 11.
Well, you can't.
Well, I didn't
persuade him.
necessarily. You know, you don't know that I was trying to convey that to.
Maybe I heard you clear your throat, and I was like, shh.
Caradoc,
My point is, I was like over near you, so it didn't seem like I was talking to the horse.
That seems
Trying.
awfully convenient.
Well, it's as though I saw you and I was greeting you or something. I know
Yeah,
Here.
yeah.
your meowing was pretty funny, so I seem very happy to see you. And I don't have any problem with you being
that
there
seems-
personally.
That seems
As
out
long
of
as we
character.
Don't interfere. We've been getting along well lately, and it was pretty damn funny. What can I say? I'm a bard at heart.
And just as you hear you hear Savandrius laugh, and he says what he says. The cat hisses at you, Sean, and runs off. And pitter patters away. So you
What
know that
brings you out
Caradoc,
on a night like
Caradoc,
this?
you now know Sean is there. Quasga is there.
I'll continue walking, I assume. So Andreas can keep him
So-
at bay.
You get to the gate, and of course it's nighttime, and the gate is locked.
Well then,
Um,
I will. How tall is the gate? the
it's
walls?
probably about. It's a pretty good sized wall. It's probably about 10 feet.
Ain't nothing my little boots can't handle.
That's right. You,
Mr. Gizzard
I'll look
walked
around
on the
and
ground instead of
Make sure there's no one around.
riding
Yeah.
on his shoulder. Then he and the horse would be walkie-talkies. Okay, I'll shut up now. I'm sorry.
Welcome to my world, Jordan.
We could daisy chain them.
Yeah.
Jordan.
Anyway, sorry. It's unimportant completely.
I felt like it
I'm
was
sorry. I'll
very
shut up.
important.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can jump 18 feet in the air, so I think we're good.
Okay, so yeah, you leap over the wall pretty easily, and you land. And you walk forward, and you see Elmina with her back turned to you, looking at her parents' gravesite in the pauper section of Never Death Graveyard. What do you do?
I'll approach behind her and
She
say,
And okay, say.
I used to come here, after you did what you did.
And that's where we're gonna end for tonight. I really thought we would get through this tonight. I really
No.
thought no.
No, not if we
We
can
had
help
some
it.
important role play to go through.
No,
all
we
right?
did. I'm not complaining, but
I just blame it on your internet, man. I really thought we were gonna get through it too, but
True.
it was less than 10 minutes I was gone. Probably not even 5.
How much longer
Just
will
say.
we need to get through this part? Probably less than 10 minutes, right?
less than 10 minutes.
Oh, it's probably
where
gonna
I'm
take
from.
it's probably gonna take a little bit.
I gotta come up with some questions.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I was like, oh, we should be able to get through. I thought we'd at least get to the fight and maybe even get through the fight tonight, but no, I've overplanned again.
It's better to overplan.
I'm like, man, we need to get back on track of this adventure. Not that the role player, not that I'm wanting to like rush it, but I'm also like, man, you guys have been role playing the Neverwinter for so long that you guys should probably be
Look,
level 8 by now if it was a real adventure.
Hey, it's a big town.
We're just getting to know ourselves and each other. We're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
We're
You gotta
protecting the city.
You got to practice polishing an orb, okay? Takes a while.
Yeah.
We're learning a lot about each other.
And ourselves.
And Vincent, I seen your message, so
okay, cool. Wasn't all goofs and gags. I have a plan.
There might have been one gag when you're getting rubbed out by Yip Yip.
Oh, I was just helping a
Wait,
friend.
which one was gagging? Yip Yip or Vincent?
Yes.
I think getting through all of the loose skin on around my body would probably.
Oh, gross. Something about the Vincent Price quote at the beginning of Thriller describes, or I get this at the end of Thriller, describes the smell under Vincent's tunic.
Mm.
The funk of 40,000 ghouls.
Yes, that's the ticket.
So anyway, I guess that is it for tonight. I guess you can stop the stream if you haven't already.
Nope, I haven't yet.
The cast at Pixelated Paranormal would like to thank you for listening to this week's episode. Pixelated Paranormal is here to tell you tales of the fantastical, the strange, the unknown. Tales that will move you a little further down the paranormal highway. If you'd like to share your own listener story, we would love to hear it. Email us at pixelatedparanormal@gmail.com. Again, that's pixelatedparanormal@gmail.com. We'd really love to hear from you. Again, thanks for listening to this week's episode of Pixelated Paranormal, your guide to the unusual and the strange.